Larry.
Hello and welcome to Cutting Through the Ball. I'm Ben, and as always I'm joined by Gaz.
Hello.
And Mike.
Hello.
And we are Cutting Through the Ball in the post-truth apocalypse. Oh.
Sorry, you might have to cut this, Mike. Do you want to just shut that door? Because we're going to sound more echoey with the door open.
Alright, Larry.
Who's Larry?
Larry Grayson.
Who's Larry Grayson?
He used to do it.
Shut that door.
Yeah, shut that door.
Oh, I'm with you. Cheers. Sorry for being, attempting an air of professionalism. I was lumbered with the sound man job through accident. It's okay. Yeah. See, we can cut all this out from the podcast, just not from the live feed that I started.
Isn't it ironic that when you got really unprofessional, this one's for us doing live? Usually we're fucking fine at the start.
Yeah, normally everything goes swimmingly, so...
Yeah.
Should we start again?
Well, we're Cutting Through the Ball in the post-truth apocalypse. I'm Ben. I'm joined by Gaz.
Hello.
And Mike.
Hello.
And today we're doing a weird news part 2 for the simple reason that we thought England were going to be in the World Cup last week.
Yeah. We did,
World Cup final. Football didn't come home, although it did a little bit.
It did in essence. The belief came home.
Some belief.
Yeah.
We were quite
But never
spanked,
properly.
We
But
were
did
kind of
anyone
spanked
actually
by
ever-
Croatia in the second half.
Yeah. Did anyone really believe it was actually coming home though?
Yeah, it gave us something to celebrate for a couple of weeks, didn't it?
It was fun while it lasted.
It did.
Oh, it definitely was fun while it lasted. We had the heat wave,
Yeah.
the sense of hope that ran nationwide.
We all got absolutely fucking hammered during
Yeah.
the Sweden game.
Some people jumped on ambulances.
Yeah. But you know what? What else have we had to celebrate?
Not a lot.
Sorry, listener, the windows are open because it's a fucking hot day. You may hear a car horn or two.
Yeah.
And
So-
we don't want to hotbox gas again.
Yes, drug overdoses are not good. They're not conducive to recording podcasts. Oh man.
Yeah, so it made us all believe. And also we had to celebrate,
Not
Tory
a lot.
government's austerity, failing the NHS. Hey, at least the football team's doing alright.
Yeah.
I think that's last week we didn't record because we're all depressed.
Is
Yeah.
it Theresa May gonna get fired though? Isn't that something?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
Well-
Probably not, in all fairness.
We can only hope.
We can't.
So shall we? Did you explain this week's episode?
I said we're doing Weird News Part 2.
Oh yeah, there you go. So we're just going to run through some weird news stories.
Yeah.
Finish off with our usual game show, the most popular game show in the room. Never go full Alex.
You should never, ever go full Alex.
Never go full
So,
Alex.
I'll do the first one.
Okay.
Bristol Live, this is from. Former porn star and election candidate Johnny Rockard fundraising to pay for a 6-foot penis-shaped coffin for his funeral. And why the fuck not?
I think the more interesting part of that headline is what election did he stand in?
He stood for City Council Mayor and MP in Bristol and says he wants to go out the way he came in.
What a massive dick.
Yeah.
Well, technically, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know what size his father's penis was.
I doubt it was 6 foot long.
But he did come out of a penis, so
Yeah.
he might as well
Go back in one.
go back in a penis. How much money is he wasted on this?
Well, he wants crowdfunding.
Oh!
A former porn star turned politician and activist has launched a fundraising appeal to pay for a coffin in the shape of a penis for his funeral. And not only will Johnny Rockard's final journey be undertaken in a penis-shaped coffin, but it will also be on wheels and be remote controlled because he admits no one's going to want to be a pallbearer carrying a 6-foot-long cock. Very right. Imagine having the head of it next to you on your shoulder. You're like, oh.
No thanks.
Is it going to have pubes painted on the,
Will it be
on
hairy
the- on the
balls?
sack end? And will it have 3 little droplets coming out?
And a big throbbing vein. Every penis drawing is the same.
Oh, Johnny Rockard.
Never heard of him, I must admit.
Oh man.
But he's got a terminal lung condition and he's got months, maybe years to live. They can't narrow that down because the NHS is failing.
No, I wouldn't be happy if I went to a doctor and they told me you have maybe months, maybe years. Well, which is it, months or fucking years? That's quite important.
Yeah. I've got a bucket list here. Do I have to rush on that? Oh, I crossed something off my bucket list.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
An asphyxiation wank?
No, I don't know.
Well, then what was it?
I used a B-day on holiday.
Hey!
Never used one before.
We're fucking, that's one thing we are behind on the continent.
Yeah.
Why we never adopted B-days? They're fucking ace.
Well, I bet them toilet paper.
Yeah.
It doesn't get everything. I mean, you got millions of people walking around with shitty asses.
And in this town, believe me, you can fucking tell. Hygiene is not a fucking issue. Hygiene is a big issue.
Oh man.
Well, that's because people can't afford soap. They're that poor.
So I'll tell you what though, wakes you up in the morning as well, doesn't it? That jet of cold water between the cheeks. Certainly an eye-opener.
How many British tourists do you think went to the continent for the first time and like we're talking to their mates the next day after staying in the hotel room for the first night, like, oh, that fucking water fountain next to the toilet, it's fucking killer,
Well, I
isn't
imagine
it?
it's like
Especially in this weather, I'm so dehydrated, you just sat on the shit, you just lean over.
I imagine it's like Crocodile Dundee, innit?
Oh, does he drink from
He
it?
does, yeah.
Doesn't he shit in the urinal?
Does he?
I don't think he's that backwards, he's from Australia.
Oh no, that's Kingpin, the Amish guy shits in the urinal.
Oh, right.
He sat there just partially on reading the paper.
X-rated Crocodile Dundee I haven't seen.
I've never seen a urinal before, that must be where you shit.
Maybe.
Yeah, in front of everybody.
He's in the outback, he doesn't care.
I don't think they watch each other.
Oh, imagine walking
Someone has to keep watch because there's snakes and spiders and various other things that will attack you when you're most vulnerable. Someone has to watch, I guarantee you.
Oh man. So I want to get to the bottom. Did this guy? It says there. Oh no, sorry. Several attempts to be elected. So he was never actually. Was he elected in any way, shape, or form?
No.
Because it says he's an activist.
No.
What's he an activist for? Do we know that?
Homeless people.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, yeah. Well, he
Yeah,
could,
good on him.
He could round them up and give them jobs in the porn industry, couldn't he? I'm sure there's a market for hobo porn.
Maybe.
Well, they could make cock coffins.
That's true.
He puts them to work.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think the main issue there is money because he's still got to pay a minimum wage and he can't afford the coffin in the. He said he needs $5,000 for a bespoke coffin.
So he wasn't
It would also be on wheels, remote controlled, and have some sort of hydraulic mechanism so it would rise up at an angle during the service. Well, I like his sense of humour, you know. I'm down with this. I'd have that.
The Lord is risen.
Oh, man. Ashes to ashes, dust to
And then he just.
He's getting erect. This is quite a historical moment. No one has ever been buried or cremated at a penis before. It's just me mocking the whole thing about funerals, completely ripping the traditional idea apart and having a bloody good laugh at the same time, he added.
Well, I like his sense of humour. Go for it.
Good
He's
on
a
him.
porn star.
If you could
Why
afford
not?
to be buried in a big cock...
People pay fucking $10,000 for a Kiss coffin.
That's very true.
I mean, that's just got pictures of fucking Kiss on it.
Yeah, I'd like maybe an Optimus Prime coffin that transformed. Probably cost millions, but it would be pretty cool.
I think they do this in Nigeria, don't they? They have sort of
novelty coffins.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Maybe you should get some to Nigeria. Next one that brings him up, try to flog him fucking internet or something.
A novelty coffin? Well, I think I'm probably going to have your bog standard bargain bin coffin, to be honest. There's a question. If my family has no money, zero, am I provided a coffin?
Yeah.
I think you'd probably be allowed to pay in instalments.
But what if they can't even afford that?
No, you are, yeah.
You're given a coffin. Bog standard coffin. Probably made of
I
balsa
think they're
wood.
cremated now
Ah.
because there's not enough room to store the dead people.
You
Yeah.
can still bury you in some places. Not all of
Not,
them.
I don't think so on the council. I think the council cremate you.
Oh, they'd probably just throw you in the fucking furnace at the local recycling centre.
I don't think it's quite that bad.
Throw
that's
you
where
out the
paupers
back
go.
to the rats.
Always hungry.
Well, got no next of kin, he'll never know.
Or they just grind you up and feed you back to the poor, Soylent Green style.
Well, it is a Tory government.
Yeah.
We'll put it past them.
The Tory government probably feed that back to the school children.
Under Brexit Britain, it's a possibility. I mean, they've already stockpiling food and medicine, just in case it turns out there's no deal.
The coming apocalypse.
Yeah, and they've made plans to turn a big, massive stretch of the motorway into just a massive lorry park, because all the trailers going to Europe on the day after are going to be just massively delayed because of tariffs and things like that, new checks.
Oh, for fuck's
So
sake.
it's certainly
Something to look forward to.
something to look forward to, getting your local food ration from a Tory government.
I didn't know Brexit was going to go that bad. They didn't put that on the side of the buses.
Of course they didn't.
Fuck. Oh, I love doing this podcast. Just depresses the shit out of me.
I try and bring your happiness levels down.
We'll be alright, won't we?
Yeah, we'll just about get by on rats.
Well, Reese Mogg now says that it's going to be 50 years before we know if it's made an impact.
He's an idiot.
Should I
Well, by the time he'll be dead and none of the blame can go on him.
Should I start stockpiling tin foods now?
Well, I thought you were doing that already after watching Threads.
Well, I did mention it to my girlfriend the other day that we need 2 weeks worth of tins, and as there's 4 of us, we need,
Quite a few tins.
quite a few tins. Yes. Oh man, but I didn't know I was going to have to stockpile because of Brexit.
Maybe.
Oh shit.
Well, the price of everything's going to go up, mate, so yeah.
Should we buy tobacco while it's affordable? Things like that. Is my beer going to get more expensive?
Yeah. No more cheap Polish lager, mate.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Well,
It's gonna be-
fantastic.
It's going to be grimdark.
Oh, this is why I don't pay any fucking attention to politics. It just brings you down.
Well, Johnny Rockhard wants to bring you back up.
Hey.
With his cock-shaped coffin. Well, good on Mr. Rockhard.
Yeah?
I hope
Yeah.
he gets his money.
Yeah, why not?
I
know
hope
that.
he gets elected one day.
This is from the Isle of Wight County Press. A one-armed man escapes police following helicopter chase through Ryde.
We should explain Ryde is a place.
Yeah.
R-Y-D-E.
A police helicopter scoured Ryde this morning looking for a one-armed man who escaped following a police chase. An Isle of Wight police spokesperson says officers gave chase after the man driving a silver Hyundai failed to stop after he was pulled over at Preston Close at 10:20 a.m. They pursued him along Ashley Lane, Smallbrook Lane and Great Preston Road before he abandoned his car and fled. The National Police Air Service helicopter from Bournemouth was called to help search the suspect, described as a one-armed man wearing a green top. However,
The one-armed
he evaded
man was
officers.
driving a car.
Yeah, and he's not been caught.
How did he? I mean, we were talking about before we recorded.
Well, he's got an automatic, hasn't he?
They do have specially adapted cars, don't they, for disabled people?
Because I was thinking, we were talking before recording started about the Mission Impossible films and how they're a little bit unrealistic. I had a proper image in my head then of him like taking the wheel with his knee while he reaches over and changes the gear and then back, and he's like this guy's trained, man.
No, he's an automatic.
No, he's got
an automatic Hyundai.
That was probably given to him by the government as part of his benefits.
His mobility scheme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he goes and treats it like this. Fucking police chases.
Helicopters after him, and they still haven't caught him.
Well,
What has he
Okay,
done? What has he done? Do we
He was just
know?
caught speeding and wouldn't stop.
For fuck's sake! I thought you were going to say, like, he murdered somebody or...
No, he's got caught speeding, wouldn't stop. Haven't found him yet. Fantastic, I love it. I think it's a real victory for physically challenged people. If you've got one arm, you can avoid the police and a fucking helicopter. There you go. I wouldn't try it with one leg,
But
mate.
Why would you send out a helicopter for a speeding ticket?
Because he's done a run. I don't know. He's done a run of
Oh,
four.
Mike, because you know why. They're sat there
Because they're going to hunt him.
itching to use the fucking helicopter. Any excuse it goes
Good point.
up. Any excuse they'll throw that fucker up in the air.
And they want to hunt him like an animal.
Oh, no, yeah, but surely there's more pertinent things to be looking at.
Speaking of helicopters, my paranoia levels were once so high years ago. They're not this high now. That I didn't realise that I drove the same route every Thursday, and at the end of my route, I was driving through what I now know is an area, a designated area. There's even signs, if you look for them, of where the police practice in their police helicopters.
Right.
I just thought, it's fucking weird that I keep seeing police helicopters. At the same time, man, and I went to this big, deep paranoia. Like, they think I'm supplying something that I shouldn't be supplying in the van. They think I'm part of some giant drugs ring. Or...
Were you watching Goodfellas the night before?
But no, it's
Did you think they were finally going to, like, stop you from murdering all them hitchhikers?
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's a combination of paranoia and a massive ego to honestly think that there were teams of police helicopters following me every Thursday.
Only every Thursday?
Well, that was the only day where I drove through the area, and I didn't know it was a practice area. I thought they were after me, because
Why
then the
only
world
on
revolves around me.
But why only on a Thursday?
I just thought I don't know. They
How
thought I
many
was on
class
a
days were
route.
you taking at
Perhaps
this
they
point?
follow Dave on a Monday, Steve on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
How many drivers is there at your place?
Allegedly, I was taking a lot of Class A's at the time.
Hopefully not more driving.
No, not every day.
How many drivers have you got?
There's 3 at work.
Oh, so they can't even do one a day?
They were following me because, anyway, they weren't following me. It's a practice zone.
Yeah.
I know that now. Moving on.
Moving on.
So they never caught the one-armed stunt driver.
Still at large.
Just like the fugitive.
It was fuck yeah. Well, he's got the driving skills of a fucking agent.
He has. Maybe he was an agent.
Jesus. Oh, good on him.
Oh, now, did you see that in Egypt they found a 4,000-year-old sarcophagus, and it was black granite in an unmarked tomb?
I did hear about this, yeah.
Yeah. Well, they opened it, and people were like freaking out online.
Oh, they thought it
Obviously,
was going to be cursed.
people
didn't they?
online are cursed. They think there's going to be a fucking curse, but they did open it, and inside were 3 skeletons and a reddish kind of sewage water, which apparently gave off an unbearable stench.
It's people's soup.
Yeah, basically, that's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking.
Right now, not too content to leave it at that. One guy now wants to drink the skeleton juice.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh
Right?
no. Can we describe that photograph to the listeners? So you open up this, say it, sarcophagus.
Yep, sarcophagus.
And these people have basically like sort of melted into a smulch. There's some bones
Yeah.
and some brown people liquid. And how old is this? 2000?
2000,
2,000-year-old people liquid. And some daft cunt wants to fucking drink it. I say, let him. Let him. And then we'll all stand back and laugh while he simultaneously shits and pukes like the Exorcist. And we'll say, what did you expect?
Oh, now, what have you learned from this?
Yeah, you fucking hipster prick.
Well,
What if he turns into like a cursed mummy?
that's another risk. Although I, for one, welcome the curse mummy, because things can't get much fucking worse.
Oh my god.
I, for one, welcome any ancient curse at the moment, because it's going to be a fucking step up from living in this fucking wank pit.
wank pit.
Full of wank puffins.
Full of wank puffins and fucking gammons everywhere.
I don't want to drink people's soup. But
Well, this
so what
guy,
does he think it's gonna enrich him somehow?
yeah. He, Inns McKendrick, a video games producer from Guildford in Surrey, has launched a petition to let us slurp up the decomposed contents.
Fucking vile.
And he's put it on change.org. It's called Let People Drink the Red Liquid from the Dark Sarcophagus. If you want to go and donate, you can sign that, you can.
I think he's like Satanists or something.
No, I just think he's addressed to the King of Skeletons, Egypt, who we're guessing are our new overlords, in brackets. He wrote, "We need to drink the red liquid from the cursed dark sarcophagus in the form of some carbonated energy drink so we can assume its powers and finally die." So he wants to die then? Is this like an elaborate suicide?
I can think of better ways than drinking fucking 2,000-year-old grave water.
Yeah. He's not alone in this thinking, with a whole 87 people having signed up in support since it was launched 8 hours ago. Now, I want to point something out here. How long have you been trying to get a cult off the ground, Gaz?
A few months.
Right? He's got 87 people in 8 hours and they all want to drink fucking red sewage water. You're trying to start a cult and you've got one person, maybe, who hasn't paid yet.
Well, thanks for attacking my cult. completely.
Well, it's quite savage out of the blue, wasn't it?
Unprovoked.
I'm just saying that
know.
drinking the red sewage water appears to have a better message. According to these 87 people.
Well, they've actually offering something, Ben. This is where I think you fundamentally understand the principles of my cult. I'm trying to con fucking money from people. I'm not offering anything of any value or worth in return, other than 5,000 words of some of the worst advice any human's ever given another human. I think I should be thankful for my one fucking follower.
Who hasn't paid?
Who hasn't paid yet, no. But she's also the same person who I bumped into and told her she enjoyed the show, so...
You told her she
let's be
enjoyed the
nice.
show.
No, she told me she enjoyed the show.
You
Anyway,
will enjoy the show.
You start your cult, we'll see how you get on. Back to the
My
fucking...
advice, Ben, dig up a load of old graves.
Yeah.
Well, I do that anyway.
Turn the dead people into a kind of a soup.
Yeah.
Sell it online.
Yeah. 87 people buy it.
There we go.
Okay, I'm thinking.
Who the fuck was in the... Do we know who the fuck was in the sarcophagus?
No.
Well, it could have been like 2 local fucking pedos or something. Who were thrown in there as punishment, alive.
Maybe.
Right? 2,000 years ago. So drinking, that's not going to do you any good, is it? It might turn you into an evil interdimensional mummy pedo. You don't want that. So it's all going to blow up in their faces. Either way, this isn't going to be healthy. It's not going to be good for them. I'm not a nutritionalist.
Can I tell you what he says?
Oh, God. Come on, then.
One user asked a question that wasn't all of our lips. Why? His answer, don't want it to go to waste.
Ah, it is waste! It's already waste! It's human waste!
Speaking to the Metro, he explained, the discovery of the black sarcophagus in Alexandria sparked interest the world over, and amongst friends was immediately picked up as a symbol of hope. People were given an opportunity there, often denied in recent times, to picture a brighter, more optimistic future in which the earth is blighted, torn apart and consumed piece by piece at the hands of furious immortal Egyptian gods. The potential to unleash this curse upon ourselves by opening the sarcophagus offered a degree of control over our lives in which the current political and financial climate was so often denied.
It's so true.
All he's going to unleash is some seriously runny shit in his underpants. It's going to be like, well, this shit is going to look like that fucking soup in the sarcophagus. It's going to look like dark brown runny water.
I think it'll be instantaneous.
Yes! Pretty much. I don't think it's going to be good for you.
Like, the second you drink it, it's coming out the other end.
It's coming out of your ears, mate. You'll be vomiting from your eyeballs. It's
And then
rocking-
you'll turn into an ancient Egyptian pharaoh god.
I think you'll just assume the fetal position and wait for medical help. But they won't know what to treat you because nobody's ever been thick enough before to drink a 2,000-year-old grave.
Well, there is a poll on here. Would you drink the skeleton
For
juice?
fuck's sake. Well, what are you saying, boys?
Hell yes, we need to bow to our new rulers, or no, I'd rather be cursed.
I'll take the curse.
Me too. What are you saying, Mike?
I'll go for that as well. And it's winning 61 to 39.
So 39% of people polled and 24,000 votes. 39% will drink and bow to their new rulers.
For fuck's sake.
Man, people are idiots. See Brexit.
People are
See
just,
Free Tommy. People are idiots.
people are just so unbelievably desperate for some form of meaning. Just 7.6 billion fucking idiots scratching around looking for something of value, to the point where you end up with 87 or 86 people who will happily drink human soup. And not just... I mean, I'm sure this soup could form within a few years if you left the body in a sarcophagus, but it's 2,000 years it's been there stewing and growing. I mean, you're a science officer, Mike.
Well, the bacteria in there will be unbelievably high.
No fresh air's managed to get to it.
No.
I mean, you're talking like toxic shit, basically.
Toxic
It's gonna
shit.
pretty much kill you.
More toxic than shit it is.
Yeah.
You'd probably be safer to drink a pint of fresh diarrhea.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Actually, that's good for you.
No, it's not. Who told you that?
Actually, implanting other people's shit into your
into
own
your gut. I've heard
is
about
good.
that.
Yeah.
Rich
I don't know if
people pay for
drinking
it.
is probably the way to go.
No, I don't think you drink it. I think very rich people pay to have it done surgically.
No, not just rich people. People with bad guts on the NHS can get it done.
Oh. Can we have the next news story, please?
Yeah. Oh wow.
Can I read this one,
If you want,
please?
mate.
Yes, you can.
Okay, so the next news story. Ghostbusters Slimer was created in a cocaine frenzy. Artist who made him says, wow. We've all been there. You get jerked around by studio executives for months on end while you're trying to create a plausible practical effects model of a gelatinous green ghost until finally you get some cocaine, go to town on it, and you are visited by the ghost of John Belushi to help you finish your design. Tale as old as time.
We've all been there.
Tale as old as time.
By the way, I'd be slightly concerned if the ghost of John Belushi rocked up.
Or at least a tale as old as effects guru Steve Johnson, visual effects maestro and man who designed Slimer for the original Ghostbusters back in 1984. Johnson has already published Rubberhead, a book of stories from his 30 plus years in the industry doing effects, makeup and more. I'd probably really like that book, to be fair. I should try and remember that, Rubberhead. And he is currently kickstarting the second of a planned 5 books, covering his entire career. As part of the project, Johnson gave an interview to Bloody Disgusting, in which he explains the origin of our dear Slimer. I added dear, because he is our dear Slimer. He's been part of my life since, 1984, I was 1. So as long as I can remember. Literally.
I tell you what though, that old woman at the start of the film was not my friend for quite
That's
a while.
genuine horror.
Yeah.
That bit's scary as fuck.
Yeah.
Shh. That's horrible.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Yeah, sorry.
It's 1984. If they haven't seen it, go and fucking watch it. It's an awesome film.
So he explains the origin of Slimer and how a hardcore cocaine binge helped him complete the arduous ordeal. He's discussed in the past how the production was a, quote, goddamn nightmare. But here he opens up on just how batty he was being driven by the gig. That was the most annoying, horrendous experience I've ever had working with art directors, producers and directors ever. In the beginning they asked for a smile with arms.
Oh God.
But before I knew it, it was a goddamn bleeding nightmare. Give him 13% more pathos. Put ears on him. Pathos. Take his ears off. Less pathos. More pathos. Make his nose bigger. Now his nose is too big. Make his nose smaller. Are you kidding? Make him more cartoony. Make him less cartoony. I almost fucking severed my own head during that process.
That probably wouldn't have helped him.
No. No, cocaine was definitely the wiser choice.
Yeah.
I was 3 grams into the night and in a cocaine-induced delusional paranoia, and I literally thought that John Belushi's ghost came to me to help me out, Johnson says. Explaining the ghost encouraged him and even modelled for the likeness. And with that pharmaceutical grade help, the Slimer design was approved the next day. That's a hell of a story for a hell of a drug. You can contribute to Johnson's Kickstarter to get more stories just like that one. Maybe we'll find out his creature work on Big Trouble in Little China was the result of a mushroom-fueled vision quest.
That wouldn't surprise me. A great film, but weird as fuck.
Oh yeah.
Does it say what his Kickstarter is called? Because we should probably, as we've read the article, give it a what's this guy's name?
No, I don't think it does. Steve Johnson.
Steve Johnson. So I'm sure you'll find it. Rubberhead. Look for Steve Johnson Rubberhead. Wow. Well, I've got to say it's not. I mean, I would be willing to bet that a very large percentage of some of the weirdest shit you've seen in Hollywood definitely was written by people under the influence. There's no fucking doubt about it. I mean, writers, that's their job. They've got the time and the luxury to, induce and...
Everything I've written is always better after joint.
Of course.
Unless you end up with Iron Butterfly Syndrome with a fucking 17-minute organ solo in the Garden of Eden.
Well, there is that.
So yeah, Slimer was created with cocaine.
And the ghost of John Belushi helpfully showing up to model for him.
So he's essentially saying because John Belushi's a fat bastard, that's why Slimer is a fat, greedy green pig. But we love Slimer. Come on, he learns how to be human towards it. He drives a bus, for God's sake.
He does.
You know what I mean?
He's
wearing the hat.
I don't know where he gets the hat from. I presume the bus driver is scared off. But yeah.
Fantastic.
Takes Rick Moranis to the museum, doesn't he? Or the art gallery, sorry. Yeah.
Why doesn't the hat fall through him?
Oh, I suppose he can be...
hard when he wants to.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
Are you saying he gives them all blowjobs?
No. Where the fuck did... I didn't mention anyone's dick.
We've already been through the infamous sex scene. We don't need to put Slimer in there.
I don't want to get slimed in that way by Slimer.
We thought we said he was a slight. He was a you know, a
He
slime.
slimed me.
Let's say that it's like Rimmer and his hard light and soft light. Maybe he can kind of do that, the hologram thing.
That's what I was
Hologramic
thinking. Yeah.
dwarf,
He can control his own viscosity.
Maybe he's like.
So he can suck people off.
Would you?
That's the only reason they keep him around.
They keep him around because he's a beloved kind of.
No, he's a gob job gimp.
Slimer's a gum job gimp. I ain't afraid of no gimp. Do slime. Oh.
Man, I feel like you've ruined my childhood a little bit.
Should we have the next news story, gents?
Can we call a break after this one?
Yeah, let's call a piss break. We'll say ta-ta to the Facebook Live. And we'll see you after the break.
Yeah.
If you have been, thanks for watching or listening.
Bye.
Bye. And we're back. Our beers are full and bladders are empty.
Yep.
Mike's got an alcoholic ginger beer over ice.
I have.
Possibly.
Very classy, I think.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm impressed. I'm clearly winning the beer fucking stakes this week.
I'm drinking a co-op cider, and do you know what? That's what I love about this country. You can get 500ml times 4, 2 litres, isn't it?
Yeah.
2 litres of 5% proof cider for £2.50. Come on, that's great. I might not be able to afford to eat, but I can afford to get fucking drunk.
You can't afford to fucking eat in a co-op on £2.50.
No, you certainly can't, but get off pissed. Hey! And what's more important, Ben?
Well, food.
Wow, this
Food's good, isn't it?
Plenty of nutrients in beer.
Yeah, I could happily just drink and eat crisps.
Well, yeah, you can get some co-op value crisps.
Yeah.
You can get a fiver. You can get 2 packs of that and just put
Yeah,
the food
exactly.
up in
Fuck the
you.
food up. See what I mean? Now you're thinking.
4 cans is good, but 8 cans is better.
Yeah, always. That's a motto to live your life by.
It is. I'll go, maybe 6. And, I get the 8.
Yeah. I don't want to run out. So, right, shall we crack on with the news?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got Brazilian teen dies after shark bites off his penis. Wow. That's quite a precise shark bite.
Whoa. You'd be so pissed. Well, you'd be so glad you died, actually.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was more than that. It was at the moment a Brazilian swimmer was pulled ashore after being fatally mauled by a shark has been captured on film, showing how the 18-year-old man suffered a gaping wound to his midriff. So it wasn't just his penis, it was most of his fucking torso.
They chose to lead with penis, didn't they?
Making a mockery of this young man's death.
I would say so as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who is this?
This is Jose Ernesto da Silva.
Oh no, which website? RT.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, shame on you. But thanks for the headline.
Yeah. Was swimming off Piedade Beach in the city of Recife on Sunday when he was attacked by the predator. According to local media, the teenager received serious injuries to his waist and genitalia and had to have his leg amputated, and then he passed away on Monday.
Oh.
Tragic.
It is.
Yeah, it's and the people who stood there filming it.
Oh. Well, that's the world we live in.
Yeah.
That's people film terrorist attacks up close rather than trying to disarm.
Or run away.
Yeah, that's the world we live in.
It is. It's the second such attack in the area in recent months. On April 15th, a man lost his hand and part of his leg when he was bitten in a waist-high water near Piedade Beach. Investigations into both the attacks are understood to be ongoing. How can you investigate? It's a fucking shark!
I guess they're hunting for the shot that did it.
Oh no, I was thinking like Horatio Cane's rocking up and they're putting little CSI markers in the water and he's not on my watch.
Don't they have to kill the shark because it's got a taste for human blood or something?
Isn't there something like that? I seem to call that.
Was that just from Jaws?
Maybe just from
I
Jaws.
say nuke it.
Just to be sure.
Yeah, I was
Nuke the sea, just to be
Well,
sure.
I wanted to ask you this actually, boys. Rather than Googling it, I wanted to get your opinions. I watched a movie called American Sniper.
Right.
No, not American Sniper. American Assassin. American Assassin.
Is that like a rip-off of American Sniper?
Possibly. It's got Michael Keaton in it. It was quite good. Spoiler alert. Right now, I'm going to discuss the ending. The film is called American Assassin. It's on Netflix. Skip forward they drop a nuke into the sea,
Yeah.
and it sinks down quite far and goes off.
Yeah.
And then it creates a huge... Well, what would really happen if a nuke went off underwater?
You'd certainly get a big wave.
Yeah, that happened.
But you get this.
But no radiation.
You get a mushroom cloud going on.
Yeah, of water.
Of water, which is
Yeah.
kind of cool actually to watch. I watched a lot of them.
And there's a bit of nuclear wind as well in the movie.
Yeah, it would take out kind of any ship on the surface, and it
Ah.
would deny the port.
That's part of it. See, the guy was an ex-Navy guy, and he was racing towards a fleet of Navy ships and wanted to detonate the nuke there on the surface. But
Yeah.
somebody took it off him and threw it underwater miles away. The big, huge waves fucked up the ships quite badly, but a lot less people died than they were saying than if it went off above. I just wanted to know what I thought. Is this a realistic... Because, yeah, that's essentially what happened. There was a giant mushroom cloud of water, a horrific wave,
Yeah.
and a bit of a tsunami.
You get
What would
the-
happen to all the sea life?
Oh, that's fuck. That's miles away, mate.
So we could nuke the sharks.
If
Yeah.
you don't mind a bit of collateral damage with the whales and
Yeah.
the dolphins and every other type of
But-
fish that's knocking around near the sharks.
Would the water then be radioactive?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a big sort of cut your nose off to spite your face.
Yeah. Yeah. Ah, well. There you go. Sorry.
Yeah. Don't
Well, we
use
should
nuclear.
nuke the sharks because trying to look at
Why
this
should
for
we
a
nuke the
segue.
sharks?
They bit a man's dick off.
How
Segue. You see, we were
Yeah.
talking about the man with the no dick because
I think it's a bit of an extreme reaction. Couldn't you say that Rob Schneider on a boat?
Why
Yeah.
Rob Schneider?
Well, who was that? Not Rob Schneider.
Yeah, Rob Schneider's a
You
little.
got about Roy
comedian,
Schneider?
isn't it?
Well, send Rob
Rob
Schneider out
Schneider.
because
The Deuce Bigelow male
because
chick.
hopefully you'll get fucking eaten because he's a shit actor.
Well, that hasn't
Would he give all
solved
the sharks
shark problem.
syphilis?
Well, it solved one problem. Rob Schneider.
Well, that's very true. Okay, maybe not nuke the sharks. Could we not have snipers hanging from helicopters on ropes, scouring the sea? What?
Again.
Why is that funny?
Under the water, Gaz.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So they're dangling
They
over
don't
the
need.
water.
They don't need to come up to the surface. Sharks don't. Only to feed, I guess, on humans and birds
I
and.
need to think
Yeah.
about my plan.
You do. You need to refine
Well,
it.
in one of the Jaws films, they fucking electrocute the big cunt. So could we do
You
something
could
like
go under the sea in an armed submersible
that? Ah, there you go with machine
and
guns
hunt
on
the
it.
sharks with radar.
That sounds like a
Or
plan.
punch them to death.
They don't like that. Do they being punched on the
punch them
nose?
in the nose.
All right then, you get an armoured submarine
Sort of a
with
Pacific-
like.
Or a Pacific Rim style fucking robot suit thing
Okay,
going
well,
on.
back to my idea. That could be plan 2 if my idea doesn't work, which is a submersible with like the world heavyweight champ Anthony Joshua taped to the front. He would need a helmet. He would need a helmet, but you've just got him taped to the front, and he sees
With
a
his
shot.
arms free, obviously.
Yeah, with his arms free. Puff! Right on the nose.
Power right the kiss.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the pressure down below punching water, you're not gonna get much of a.
Okay, we'll go with the giant robot.
thrust
Giant robot suit then. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Batman punched Harley Quinn underwater in that Suicide Squad movie. You managed to knock her out.
He's Batman, though.
Yeah, I
isn't he?
suppose so. Batman. Water's no resistance to Batman.
Batman. Yeah. Well, they've obviously got a shark problem here.
I'd say they have, unless it's the same shark.
De Silva was earlier said to be in a serious condition, according to Globo TV, which reported that the 18-year-old suffered a series of heart attacks and lost part of his genitalia. To be fair, so would I.
Yeah.
If I looked down and saw a bit of my midriff gone, half my cock gone, one bollock left hanging on by a thread, heart attack is probably imminent.
Yeah.
Or I'd reach for the like marine like army man who's there. I'd reach for his gun. What are you doing, son? Goosh! Just shoot myself.
I was
in
just
the
going to repeatedly tap the morphine button until I would
Nah, I ain't living with a bit of a cock left. Either take the whole thing, don't leave me with a bit of it, just to fucking
Well, they might give you
You'd
a
just be like,
piss take.
kill me.
Yeah. Finish me.
What if they gave you a fancy prosthetic?
I don't want a prostate cock.
Robocock.
That's an entirely different movie. Oh well, poor lad. But all I'll say is, if he wasn't in the water, it wouldn't have happened because I'm not a fan of the sea
I don't like
or
swimming in the sea.
sharks, as you may have
Mainly
been
because
able
of
to tell.
sharks.
Yeah, me too. That's why I think they should be nuked, possibly. So yeah, don't go in the sea. Nothing bad's going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, boys. Yeah, I'll pass it on. Spliff politics, listener.
So next one from the mirror.co.uk.
Another sea-related one.
We had a bit bird related last time, never sea related. Woman impregnated by squid after she ate raw seafood with organs still attached.
And we all know, as per previous episodes, that squids are aliens.
Yep.
Or was it octopuses?
Octopuses, but squids will be on their side too.
They're in the family.
Yeah, they're on their side as well.
Wow. So eating raw squid can impregnate you.
Yeah.
Again, don't eat raw squid.
Simple as, isn't it?
Yeah.
A woman's tongue was...
I've eaten cooked squid and it wasn't nice, so I can't imagine raw squid being any good.
Yeah, I ate little ones.
The 63-year-old's mouth was inseminated by sperm after she ate the undercooked seafood without removing its internal organs, researchers say. When doctors examined the woman, they discovered 12 small, white, spindle-shaped, bug-like sperm bags embedded in her teeth and gums.
Oh my god.
Imagine kissing her.
Oh my god.
One of them pops.
You know squid spunk is probably green or something.
Bioluminescent.
It's white.
Ow.
It's white, it says right there when they were white.
There's nothing nice about this.
The foreign bodies are identified as squid spermatophores, sperm-containing capsules belonging to the Japanese flying squid.
Well,
I hope they do literally fly a little bit, like they jump in the water and do shit.
I don't think it matters what kind of squid it is. It fucking impregnated her mouth. So what's going to happen? She's going to start birthing squids out of her mouth, because that's not going to look nice, is it? What's the matter, mummy? Tentacles just fucking pouring out of her mouth like some horrific anime.
If nothing else, you get a career in hentai.
Exactly. Fuck.
I don't think they're fertilised, it's just the sperm, isn't it?
Well, okay. All right.
She'd have no eggs.
That's why you're the science officer.
But if she ate a female squid,
right,
maybe it might fertilise the egg in her mouth.
but she is a female, so the sperm, what if it created a hybrid?
We can't create a human
Well,
Z.
she might have swallowed some.
Yeah, we can't create a human Z. We're going to get a humanopus.
Has anyone tried a squid and Z?
She's obviously trying.
Well, I was going to say, I think she qualifies. She's got spunk stuck to her gums, squid spunk.
What's it say? What's it go down? What's it say? Is there anything more? Because I'm interested.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it means that the sperm bags remained alive and well. It's so they were looking for a soft place to embed when they settled in their tongue and gums.
So will they birth? No?
I don't think they will. No, they've probably been removed.
Mike did just explain that, to be fair. Researchers for the study wrote, are you ready for this?
Okay.
Well,
As soon as she put a piece into her mouth, she felt like many bugs were biting her oral mucosa.
Oh, my oral mucosa.
She experienced severe sharp pain and spat out the entire portion without swallowing. Despite that, she could feel many small, squirming, white, bug-like organisms penetrating her oral mucosa.
they're penetrating my oral mucosa.
Why is your oral mucosa?
I have no idea.
Your gums, I think.
Yeah, your mouth, I
It's
think.
just been fancy.
Yeah.
Well, imagine that's not nice, is it? You bite and you could literally feel squirming live things biting inside of your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
I just asked for a bottle of whiskey immediately and fill my mouth with it and try and light it somehow. And just spit them out in fireballs.
Or you end up setting your head on fire with a Ghost Rider. That's an issue.
You know, I would like to be, don't ask me what I was thinking about this, but I'd like to be a hipster serial killer, right? And my method would be, I pose as like you know how you see people on the street offering a free sample of a new product? It's a new beard spray.
Okay.
Oh, Mr. Hipster, sir, you have a wonderful beard you have there. Would you have a little sample of our new wonderful beard oil spray? It's the most luxurious. You spray a little bit on, just light the fucker on fire. And leg it and leave him there with his Edwardian facial hair burning and his fucking eyebrows dripping into his own mouth. I haven't got a thing against hipsters, it's just I don't like their beards.
Is it because you can't grow
Mike's
a full
got a normal
Edwardian beard?
No, everyone always says that. When I hate beards, everyone goes, only good you can't grow one. I've never attempted to, because I'm not a cunt.
I have.
I drag a bit of metal over my face every few days, and that is an effort. Growing a beard is the opposite of an effort. Anyway,
I've gone for the wild mountain man
Mike's
look.
got, that's a normal beard though. That doesn't bother me. That's what kind of beard my dad's always had. But it's the shaped, sculpted, you know.
I've always wanted like a big bushy Edwardian explorer's beard with the handlebar moustache thing going on.
I'm not a fan of the sculpted beard, and I'm just saying I've thought of an elaborate way to kill them.
Yeah, but you're going to get caught very quickly doing that in a
No.
crowded town centre.
No, because just like in the aforementioned Mission Impossible films, I'll have a peel-away face that I can just take off.
Right, there we go.
Well, it's a fantasy, Ben, so
I suppose so, yeah.
I mean, I'm going to win in my own fantasy. I'm not going to get caught.
Depends how psychologically messed up you are.
Oh, well. I'm not like Rimmer. It's not my own mind turning against me. I don't get caught in my own
You
fantasies.
don't get gunned down while the police are running away in
No,
your own
I
fantasies.
fantasise about getting caught and arrested and locked away.
Or beaten to death by a group of angry hipsters with burnt faces.
Hitting me with their canes. Choking me with their cloaks.
Yeah, so...
If any hipsters listen, thank you for listening. But have a shade. Anyway.
Oh, man, let him grow the beard.
Yeah.
Why not?
In the land of the beards, the shaven man is king. You're clean shaven today. I'm not actually, but...
I shave my head as well. I tend to do it all in one go, once a month.
You stand out now because... Anyway, I'm tangenting massively. What were we talking about? Oh yes, the woman with squid spunk in her mouth.
Well, I think we're pretty much done on that.
Yeah, should we move on?
Yeah.
No, there's one more line to read. Sorry boys, can we go right back to the bottom? Consumption of a squid with sperm bags and an active ejaculatory apparatus can lead to unintended ejection of the sperm bag and injury to the oral mucosa.
Wow.
There we go. So yeah, don't
Eat squid.
don't eat squid, especially not ones that still have full testicles.
Well, how's you going to check? You have to wank it off beforehand.
I'd like to think the chef would deal with that.
Alright, who wants the next one?
Yeah, I'll roll now, dude. Daily Telegraph. Australian Daily Telegraph?
Yeah.
Ted Richards, Englishman, cuts off ears to look like a parrot. A man who has had his face and eyeballs tattooed to look like his pet parrot has gone a step further by cutting off his ears. Englishman Ted Richards, 56, is obsessed.
56.
Is obsessed by pet parrots Ellie, Tika, Timney, Jake, and Bubby, and has his face tattooed with colourful feathers. But the animal nut, who has 110 tattoos, 50 piercings, and a split tongue, and I'm just going to say, attention seeker much, has taken this obsession one step further and has had both his ears removed and is planning to find a surgeon prepared to turn his nose into a beak.
A surgeon prepared or a surgeon with the fucking skills to do so? Is that, I mean...
Dr. Nick.
Can you turn your nose into a beak?
He's going to find Dr. Nick.
Basically.
Hi everybody, I can do the parrot.
Ted, a retired shoe factory worker, got his first tattoo in 1976 and has since built up a collection of body modifications covering almost his entire body, including a peace sign branded onto his left shoulder with a 750 degrees centigrade hot iron, and he's got 2 magnets implanted in his hands. Maybe he thinks he's fucking Magneto.
He'll never drop his cup, will he? It's a metal cup, obviously.
Well, he'd have some pewter tankard, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
He's English after all.
You know why he has magnets in his hands? Because he probably has... Are you aware of the... I'm not sure what it's called, but there's a procedure where you put ball bearings under the skin of the penis. So they're sort of in between the skin and the meat of the penis. And
Right, so it's that rim defect.
So, yes, so as you become erect, they're sort of moving, they can then move up and down your shaft. I'm sorry, gentlemen, I have to look you in the eyes and say the word shaft. So and then imagine if he's got magnets in his hands and the ball bearings in his cock. Because this guy does sound like the type. Do you know what I mean? I'm not being judgy here.
What'd you get off with the ball bearing thing then?
Some people, you know, you're getting...
Just like that, or...
Yeah, I met a man who'd had it done. I had to take his word for it. He did offer to show. London Nick, bless him, somebody I knew from the festivals who had a store, and he offered to show, and he was a very big Polynesian gentleman.
I've got balls in my
And I
cock.
was like, I don't want to. He explained it to me and was like, oh, it's, you know, not a common procedure, but it is awesome. And I was like, it's not for me. So yeah, that's a thing.
Right. Okay.
You meet all sorts at the festivals.
That's true, yeah. Anyway, this guy, he lives at home in Bristol with his 4 parrots, as well as a South American green iguana, Iggy, and a pit bull terrier called Candy.
Wouldn't the iguana want to eat the parrots?
Apparently not. And not in this scenario. And he scours the internet looking for new procedures and says his facial transformation is a tribute to his babies. Ellie, a green-winged macaw, and Tika, a harlequin macaw. Should we scroll down a
It's
little?
also a tribute to his own tortured and fractured psychology.
I was going to say his psychosis, yeah.
You want to see a picture?
No, not really, but here we go. What an utter prick.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. I mean, they're not even very good tattoos.
Google him, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen listening. He's got horns sticking out of his forehead.
What's with the horns? Why has he got a starfish on the side of his head as well?
Big lumps. Can someone explain to him that all the surgery in the fucking world, a parrot will... you can't be a parrot!
Yeah, he self-identifies as a parrot, Gaz.
Oh,
fuck him.
sorry, listener. That was a mic hit. Sorry, you didn't
Mike
hear
hit
that.
the mic.
Mike hit the mic. But yeah, he said, what did you just call him then, Ben? Sorry.
Well, he might always identify as a parrot, and I said, well, fuck him.
He wants to cut his ears off, look like a parrot.
If I'm not allowed to identify as a transformer, fuck is this guy allowed to identify as a fucking parrot?
I mean, the thing is, I want to point out from the picture, he's got quite a big fucking nose as it is.
It's quite parroty, beaky.
Yeah. I mean, alright, that fucking massive ring through it's probably...
It's what would be described as a Roman nose, isn't it? That shape,
I would say so.
which is a little bit beaky.
But it's
He wants it as a proper beak.
I'm going to guess this man's very lonely and single.
Me too. I'm going to guess that he's utterly deranged.
Yeah.
Yeah, he must have
Apparently he's
money
got-
as well. Where's he? He's loaded, he must be.
Do you want to hear what he said?
Yeah.
Actually, I'll show you this bit first. Oh, he's got a girlfriend?
He has.
A 31-year-old?
Fucking hell.
He's
and he looks like
56.
60. He's doing better than us, the parrot-faced freak.
Gaz, tomorrow I'm going to go out and get my ears chopped off.
And have your face and eyeballs tattooed to resemble chest to the cat?
Yeah, there we go.
You could have whiskers put
I
in.
have him flocking at my door.
He's
All those
literally,
crazy cat women who want to pet you.
he's literally got a younger girlfriend than me.
20 years younger than him.
And I'm a lot younger than him. Oh, well. Never mind.
And he wants to be a fucking parrot.
Yeah, but to be fair, my girlfriend's amazing. We haven't seen a picture of Susanna 30.
He's a right joker though. I went to the supermarket the other day and when I went in I said, blimey, it's so windy out there, it blew my ears off.
And everyone had a chuckle. There's no doubt that when they made me, they broke the mould, Richard said. No, you've got underlying mental
I hate
illness,
people
mate.
who say things like, it's like, wasn't it an old Harry Enfield sketch that bloke's like, I'm mad, me. Ooh, do you know what I mean? He's like, ooh, I'm mad, they broke the mould with me. Ooh,
Oh, a little bit weird, a little bit weird, a little bit off the wall,
Ooh,
yeah.
ooh, I'm mad, mate. No, you're not. You're attention-seeking fuck. I mean, and I'm a big attention seeker, hence, always on the internet seeking attention. But I'm not getting plastic surgery.
You haven't cut your ears off yet?
Look at me! I don't like people actually looking at me in real life. Not a fan of that. But, oh God, I don't like him.
Well, Mark Pacifico, a consultant plastic surgeon and member of the British Association of Aesthetic Plastic Surgeons, slammed the surgery. He
So he
said,
should.
I am absolutely horrified to learn that someone has voluntarily put themselves forward for this to be done, and possibly more, and so that he actually found somebody to carry it out. The sad truth of life is that if you want something badly enough, you will eventually find someone willing to do it. I would like to think whoever did this is not medically qualified, because that will call into judgment their ethics and morals.
Back alley fucking ear fucking surgery, man, what the fuck?
I think he just did it himself.
Well, you know the first Tim Burton Batman movie?
Yeah,
The doctor
yeah,
that
yeah.
the Joker goes to, I did the best with the tools I had.
And he's got like a fucking hacksaw.
Yeah.
What have you done with the hacksaw?
Exactly. I love that scene, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Mirror.
Wait till they
Yeah.
get a load of me.
yeah, wait, they get a load of me.
Oop.
You get the feeling Jack Nicholson didn't have to act hard for that role, did you?
Oh, he was awesome. And
My
an
favourite Joker.
And an evil
Oh, yeah.
genius because he signed into his contract. He was one of the first people to do something like this. That he'd get paid less up front, but he wanted a percentage of the actual box office. And that movie went on to become so unbelievably popular for a couple of years that he ended up earning lots more money than he would have done
Just doing
just
this.
from taking a big chunk. Yeah, so good on him.
And you know
Jack.
what? Keaton's actually up
I
there in
love
my
Keaton.
top 3 of Batmans.
I love Keaton. He's in the that movie I mentioned earlier, American Assassins. He's awesome.
And I enjoyed him in Spider-Man Homecoming as a baddie.
Yeah, he was ace.
He's good in that.
I like this idea. Sorry, listener. Little brief tangent. Have you ever read the Batman book, The Dark Knight Returns? The famous.
The one where he gets his back broke.
No, that's with Bane. This is the one.
That's Nightfall, isn't it? Sorry.
Yeah, Nightfall. That's it. This is I can't think of the guy's fucking name now. Oh man, losing geek points massively. Anyway, one of the most famous Batman stories where Batman's retired, and he comes out of retirement, and Superman's sent by the government. To
Oh
stop
yes,
him.
I know the storyline. Yeah,
It's what Batman v Superman's loosely based
He
on.
gets the Bat Iron Man suit on and he goes toe to toe
and
with
ends
Superman.
up going underground and starting his own army
Yeah, pretty much.
to take on the government because they're crooked, or something like that at the end. Anyway, it's awesome. It stars an old Batman. That's the key. Batman's old. I've heard an idea touted around. Why the fuck not just recast Michael Keaton now and do this story as a movie? Put old fucking Batman, because Michael Keaton was ace.
He was good.
Yeah.
He was. Thing is, the Keaton. He's one of the few that was that. Well, he's the only one that was the geeky, nerdy Bruce Wayne who no one would ever think is Batman.
Was a badass Batman. Yeah.
I mean, like Ben Affleck, I did enjoy.
I like Ben Affleck.
Didn't think
like
I was
Bale.
going to.
I like Bale, but I just don't like the third movie. Or the first one, really. I'm not a fan of either, but the second one I fucking adore.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the first one.
First one is good, but I like
For me.
the second. The second one is king of that trilogy.
I prefer the first, to be honest, but that's just me.
Really?
Yeah.
Heath Ledger does kind of make the second. It's not so much about Batman, is it? So you're waiting
I'm
for
not saying the
Joker.
second one isn't good.
You're waiting for Joker in the second one, though, aren't you? You're waiting every time that he's not on screen. You're waiting for him to come back.
I just don't like the way the first one shot. We're repeating ourselves though, because we've definitely talked about this before.
Yeah.
So shall we get back into weird news?
Yeah, well, when he was a kid, he was always tormented about his ears because they were big. So
that's where it's come from,
then,
isn't it?
Cover them up.
Oh, we're on about Parrot Man now, not Batman.
Last year, he's got big ears too.
Yeah.
Last year I uncovered them, but I was still not happy, so now I've had them off. Nobody can wind me up. Ted,
They can, mate.
hang on.
You've got horns.
They're going to wind you up more from not having ears than having big
And
ears.
horns, and your
horns.
face tattooed like a parrot. But on a bright note, he has given his ears to an anonymous person who he knew would appreciate. Oh, no, hang on, now he's going to preserve them in resin and put them on display somewhere. I thought he was like a fucking donor.
Oh no.
I thought he was going to give his ears to someone who needed ears, but no, he's just giving us someone to make it into a piece of art. What a cunt.
So what do we think of old Ted?
And he's a cunt.
I think he's got problems that we can't help him with, Mike.
Yeah.
I don't think we're qualified.
No, we can. We can shut him in a room, go in for an hour a day each and scream at him, "You're not a fucking
He
parrot."
wouldn't be able to hear a fucking word you said.
He's here.
I know, yeah.
Can't we just leave him in a room with a loaded handgun? So you know what to do.
No, hang on, we'll just
Parrot
record.
boy.
We'll just record ourselves on a loop, and we'll blast him with the phrase "You're not a fucking parrot." 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, until he finally fucking cracks and realises he's not a parrot.
Okay, but in the
Sounding a bit
rainforest-
fascist to me, that is,
No,
Ben.
no, that's fine. In the rainforest. In the
I'm not
rainforest.
beating him or anything, I'm just reprogramming
He
him.
was psychologically...
It's no different than the fucking torture they used for the terrorism. I mean, they used to blast Barney the dinosaur at
They
people.
did.
And Enter Sandman on Metallica. I'd love that though.
Is
We're
there-
going to break you, we're going to blast Enter Sandman at you for 24 hours and fucking bring you down.
Is there an animal that eats a parrot in the wild? There's got to be something.
Jaguars.
We get Jaguar Man. There's a Jaguar Man, isn't there?
He wants to be a parrot so bad, we lock him in a room with a couple of jaguars and say, see how you get on, this is a real experience now. And then he'll start saying to him, but I'm a man, it's too late, parrot boy, too late.
No, there is a bloke, genuinely, up in Scotland, who prowls around the Highlands thinking he's either a jaguar or a cheetah. He's had
He's a
his skin
pervert,
tattooed, he's had fucking whiskers put in, he's had his nose done to look like a cat's. We put them two in a room.
Fight it out.
Fight it out.
Could be fight of the century, we
Could
should sell
be.
tickets.
I think we should.
It could be the undercard to Conor McGregor and Mayweather
Mr.
too.
Blobby. I'd actually kind of agree if I'm Mr. Blobby, that'd be entertaining.
I'd watch him fight anyone.
Shall we have the next one?
Yeah.
It's another tattoo one.
There's a lot of penises being removed this episode as
Should
well.
I take this one?
Yeah, you go for this one, yeah.
This is from themirror.co.uk. A tattoo addict has genitals removed because they interfere with his aesthetic enjoyment.
Right.
He's a eunuch.
He is now.
See, I read this earlier, and when we get to the point, I'll make my point. So, I'll make my statement when we get to the bit.
A man who has had 90% of his body covered in black ink decided to have his genitals removed after they interfered with the aesthetic enjoyment of his blackened physique. Adam Curlykale.
It's not a very Russian name.
It isn't, is it?
He sounds like he's from Devon. What's your name, mate? Curlykale. Adam Curlykale. Adam Curlykale, 32, from Kaliningrad in Russia, decided to begin to tattoo his body after he was diagnosed with cancer. Oh, it's taken a turn for the less comedic.
Don't worry, no, it picks up.
Adam, who even has his eyeballs tattooed, also has albinism and felt depressed by his how do you reckon I would say?
Albinism?
Albinism. He's an albino. And felt depressed by his albino skin. After getting to a whopping 90% tattoo coverage, he felt that his penis ruined his look, so he paid to undergo the extreme surgery.
Right, now this is where I want to come in.
Okay.
You have your penis removed because it's obviously very white and your whole body is black, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
But you've also had your eyeballs tattooed black. Now, I'd imagine that that's very painful.
I would imagine so.
Having a tattoo is reasonably painful, especially the aftermath of it is it's quite irritating.
You can imagine the scab on your eye.
Yeah, right, exactly.
No.
So if he's that concerned, just get your dick tattooed. You had your eyeballs done.
Yeah.
The pain can't be much worse, can
Maybe-
it? And if it is, get put out for it.
Now, we need some professional advice on this, if anyone listening. I mean, we could just Google it, I suppose, but where's the fun in that?
I can ask my friend, he's a tattooist.
I imagine the penis is difficult to tattoo.
Yeah, but they could just put him out for it and...
Yeah, but then that skin, so even if you tattooed it when flaccid, when it gets erect, it's all going to stretch and change, isn't it?
You'd have to tattoo it erect.
It'd be just a lighter shade of dark, I imagine, would it?
You'd have to tattoo
So
it
you'd
erect.
he'd have to sit with a... I don't know, the guy's
Well,
dying.
give the man Viagra, put him out,
He's not dying, he recovers.
tattoo his erect penis.
He cut his cut... Oh, is that a spoiler?
This later on, he hasn't got... He recovered from cancer, but he's carried on with doing it anyway because he likes being black. Because he's an albino.
He's in the same fucking category as the fucking...
Because he's an albino. I've never seen an albino, you know.
I have.
Yeah, I haven't.
All
There
white
was-
and red eyes.
There was one
No.
on my... Yeah, well,
No.
pinkish. He was in Telford, so he was on my Hadley Colts football club when I was about 10 or 11. Or maybe I'm just remembering him as being super pale, but he looked like an albino. He was paler than...
Did he have red eyes?
Abnormally pale. No, his eyes went red.
They have pink eyes.
They do.
Yeah, but no, his weren't.
Yeah.
No.
No, he's just probably a pale guy then.
Yeah, but he's
Pale Englishman.
Was he ginger?
But he had that white hair as well, though. I don't
right.
think he had pink eyes. He could have just been... That could have just been his makeup. Very light hair, not makeup that you put on, his genetic makeup. Anyway, this guy, should we
Probably a
find out
Scotsman.
He's
I
no
couldn't
good
remember it,
ginger
man.
then, Mike.
You can't trust your own memory.
Oh yeah,
man.
Swede then.
People think I'm exaggerating sometimes when I say how bad my memory is, but I was driving myself bananas this weekend. I was having a joint, and I don't know why she popped into my head, but do you remember me telling you a story? I've told it on the pod, I think, about the first person who gave me a David Icke book. Had
Yeah.
a really hot girlfriend. But,
Yeah.
his life had just, and she was a bit frustrated with. I sat by her for an entire year of A-level English lit. We were friends, we sat next to each other, we hung out at lunchtime. I was a bit in love with her, but I knew she had a boyfriend, so it wasn't one of them where I let it annoy me. I just... she obviously introduced me to her boyfriend, I went to her house, he gave me the book. Can I remember her fucking name?
Oh.
Can I fuckers like? And I'm only 35, this would have been when I was 17, and I drove myself nuts. I can't think of her second name, her first name. I could picture her, but that's not healthy, is it?
Dude,
A
I'm the
year
same.
of my life, or an academic year, sat next to her every day, and I can't think of the fucking name.
I'm the same. I sat there for 2 years in the same English language class next to this guy. I got on with him really well. He's mate. He was going to join the RAF. I remember that about him. I have a vague memory of what he looks like.
Yeah.
Can't remember his name. Couldn't tell you.
It's nothing to do with our lifestyle choices, is it?
I can't remember. I can only remember the people I went to college with were A, the ones who hung around the smoking pit, and I can't remember that many of them, or B, the ones that used to got the Iron Horse in the station. You know, that is it.
I just forgot.
I can't remember anybody else.
I think it's the globalists that are taking the memories out of our heads.
Is it the demonic
Reptilians.
signals that are coming through the television?
That's the one.
Could be.
Or is it the
Well, it could be
getting
the
stoned and drunk every day for the last 20
Or
years?
it could
Quite
be-
literally.
It could be the Wi-Fi radiation slowly turning our brains into fucking Swiss cheese, while we all stand around going, "Oh man, this fucking Wi-Fi is great, isn't it?" Because I'm genuinely convinced now. I've started to convince myself that Wi-Fi is bad for us.
Nah, because I watch
don't
a lot
think-
of funny videos.
I don't think it's good for us, let's put it that way.
It's got to be some sort of. I mean, it's a physical thing, isn't it?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
is it a radio wave, is it? Or?
Yeah, radio wave could be radiation of some. Is it good that that's everywhere we go? That's being blasted through our cells.
Yeah, it's fine.
I mean, 100 years ago, the space was empty between us.
I mean,
Now it's full
yeah,
of...
course.
Yeah.
But look, the government wouldn't allow us to buy something that's bad. Hey, look, Ben's rolling a cigarette over there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They wouldn't sell that if it could give you cancer or kill you.
These are health sticks,
Hang
guys,
on.
not cigarettes. They make me healthier.
Oh man. Oh man,
But
was
back
it?
in the day that you had a chest infection, you went to the doctors, he give you 40 fags.
Oh man, this is quite sweet, but also made me feel like a scumbag. The littlest child shouted. They were both upstairs, and they should have been in separate rooms. The little one was in our room, trying to get her to sleep because she goes to sleep earlier. The older one should have been in her room. Anyway, I hear the little one shouting, "Gaz, she's took your cigarettes," and I was like, "What the fuck?" I had like a mental freak out. Like, shit, she's sick. She should be like. I was like, "Oh, I've got to put a stop to this." So I was all cross and like, "You never touched my cigarettes." She took them and thrown them like behind the wardrobe, and she had a Spider-Man mask in her hand.
Yeah.
I was like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "I'm trying to save you from the cigarettes." I'm like, "Oh my god, man!" I felt like this big, man. I felt tiny. She was just like, "I don't want you smoking," and I'm just like, "Oh man!" Like, you feel like such a dick trying to justify it to a
I've
6-year-old.
told you what to do. Hold on to it. And when she's got a fag in her hand, and you catch her
Hopefully
with
she
it,
never will.
right?
But yeah, bless her.
90% of teenagers will at least fucking try one. I'll guarantee you
No,
that.
she won't.
Right?
Alright, tell her sweets are bad for it. If she gives up sweets, you'll give up tobacco.
Yeah, I'll blackmail her. That'll work.
There you go.
No chocolate, no
See,
sweets,
sweets
no
make,
fizzy
you know,
pop.
make you diabetic, you'll have to chop your foot off.
I have
Yeah.
mentioned
And
this.
you'll go blind.
I have literally
Yeah.
told her too much sugar and you'll lose a foot. Yeah, it's just one of them. I did tell them I'll try one day. But anyway, moving on. It was quite a sweet story, to be fair. She,
What was the Spider-Man mask?
because she was being a hero.
Did she have the... Oh, he's holding it.
Yeah. Well, she was holding it, but like, I was like, "What's doing?" She was like, "Well, I was being a hero and saving you from the cigarettes."
Is it with the cigarettes, my friend?
Well, and she'd like thrown them behind, so I had to like struggle to get them, and I was like, "Oh." Anyway, I'm a
Yeah.
scumbag for smoking. I'll blow it in her face next time. She won't fuck with me again.
We come home to see this to bags and start stealing yours.
So we carry on with this Russian albino.
Yeah.
And he's
Chopped his genitals
chopped
Oh,
off.
yeah. He actually didn't just have his genitals removed, he had his nipples done as well. His penis, nipples and testicles removed, and he shared pictures with fans.
fans.
I guarantee you he's got fans, you know that.
He became famous
I
in
mean, he's got a load of groupies now, and he's thinking, oh, for fuck's
Yeah,
sake,
well,
chop me cock off.
If only I had a dick.
Do you want to see a picture of him?
Not really, but I'm sure we're gonna.
I think he
Oh,
went to,
good,
I
we
think, he
can't
went, I
find
think he
it.
went to Mexico to have it done.
Oh,
They will literally do anything in Mexico, won't they,
Yeah.
surgery-wise?
You took the words right out of my mouth. Oh, there he is.
See, I like his white moustache and eyebrows.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's
Do
sake.
you know what? He looks like Uncle Ben.
I should point out, listeners of a foreign persuasion, that Uncle Ben is a a black man who appears on packets of rice in this country, Uncle Ben's rice and stir fry and things like that. He's a Caribbean gentleman.
He's a kindly old black gentleman with a
white
beard.
moustache.
He looks like the Black Monopoly Man.
Yes, he does. You can find this article on the Mirror. But the thing is, that's my point though, right? You've had your eyeballs tattooed, which apparently isn't very good for you.
No.
Apparently you go blind. Right?
Can't be
That's
good.
the least of his
Right?
concerns.
So why not just have your peen pumping full of Viagra, put him out and tattoo his dick?
Oh, man.
I mean,
It don't matter if you're black or white.
He's had his nipples off.
Do-do-do-do-do.
he's had his nipples
Don't
off.
cut your cock off.
Unless it's white.
He really does look like he looks like an Edwardian boxer or something. Like, I don't know, man. Like Jack
Jukes
Johnson.
He looks like an evil Uncle Fester.
Oh man, but he looks legitimately like a black man. He doesn't look like he's been tattooed. Honestly, he looks like
Yeah, well, he's got
a
a good
genuine man
tattooist.
of black complexion.
Yeah.
It's quite freaky. Oh lord. No, not black people aren't freaky. It's just freaking at the albino. Oh, I'm digging a hole. I'm digging a hole. Somebody say something. Abort! Abort!
Abort this train of thought. Derail it.
I mean, it's just sad, isn't it, that he can't be happy in his own skin.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
true.
I'd be quite happy if I was an albino. It'd be fucking sweet.
I don't know. I'm happy in my skin. I mean, I'd have a robot body if I could. But
What
I'm
kind of robot body? Like one that looks human or transformer body?
a transformer type one. You know, I would forego the idea of ever finding love again to be able to just crush my enemies beneath me.
Well, he's found love.
He's got a girlfriend.
Of course he has. Of course he has.
But
Cunt.
he's got no penis now.
Yeah, so what's the point? So she's not really a girlfriend, is she? She's your friend.
What
I
is she
don't
in
know. I still have a butthole.
And also,
Oh, I love the rim job. What colour are his pubes?
well, they'd be white. Well, he shaves them off, that's easy enough, isn't it? Unless he's had like electrolysis treatment, he doesn't make any hair.
Or the cancer probably took care of it.
Well, maybe.
Well, the treatment to the cancer.
And so there's a picture that's showing his
He
wound.
looks like a Black Mario now.
Mamma mia, where's my cock?
He does have a very Italian moustache. Just scroll up a second, he's showing his wound.
Oh no.
A bit more.
Oh, I don't want to see his wound.
It's not a very good picture, to be fair.
Well, thank God.
Christ.
Don't know why he wanted to see it.
Because I thought he might look like a Ken doll.
Oh, yeah, so like I said, I think he's in the same category as the previous story, the Parrot Man. Bit of psychological damage. Like
Well, I was
Mike
just
just said it more eloquently. He's not comfortable in his own skin, which is ironic,
Which is
really,
very
because
sad.
he's tattooed it. Yeah, it is sad. So I know.
He's getting that from the outside.
Yeah.
He's been teased for an albino, I guess.
Well, he's in Russia. I'm sure you know they don't like gays and albinos.
Yeah, but everyone's quite pale in Russia.
I guess.
I mean, they don't have much sun, do they?
Wouldn't it be
Well,
ironic
not in the darker
if he
parts,
gets
anyway.
if he gets beaten up in a racially motivated attack in Russia?
I'm not black, really.
The tattoos.
And the white moustache and eyebrows kind of do give it away a little bit. I
I
suppose.
think I was born yesterday.
Hey.
What?
Black Russian.
Bless him.
I was thinking of the Naked Gun when he was like, give me the strongest thing you got, and this bloke comes over, his muscle bloke comes over, he's like, I was my Black Russian. And the way he just sort of looks at the camera, breaks the fourth wall, and he just goes, shakes his head.
You're not going to find one of them. Look long and hard. Is it an ironically named drink, do you think?
Maybe. I've never had one.
Me either. I don't know what's in one.
No.
Should we move on from this?
Yeah, can
this
we call a piss
deranged
break as well,
gentleman?
please?
Yeah, let's do it.
And we are back. So, we'll do a couple more, then we'll do some fucked up facts,
Yeah.
and never go full Alex. So, this time from Indie 100, The Independent, people are actually donating to a crowdfunding campaign to help Kylie Jenner become a billionaire. This made me lose my faith in humanity
just a bit, mate.
little
Like, as
bit.
someone who supports philanthropy and that sort of thing, you must find this disgusting
This
to
is,
your core.
of course, mate. It's sickening. There's people
What?
starving in the world,
Yeah.
and they're giving their money to some bloated celebrity. I was going to say bitch, but
And she's
No,
not
you
even
say
offering.
bitch.
She's not even offering to do it. What's she gonna do with it when she's got it?
She's gonna
Anything
blow on
worthwhile?
shoes, isn't she? She's one of the keeping. She's from Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Yeah. It's,
You know, she's gonna blow it on clothes and handbags
Yeah.
and shoes. That's not being a nasty to women. That's just
It's
the
just-
world they
That's
live
what
in.
she-
it's
does.
just pure narcissism
Yeah.
of the worst kind.
Or she might have some cosmetic surgery done. You know, I don't
To
know.
think that you ask people for money like that when you're a millionaire
Well,
anyway.
she hasn't asked for it. Forbes announced this landmark earlier this week when they said that she was the youngest billionaire in the world. It turns out she wasn't. She only had a net worth of $900 million. It's a cosmetics brand. It's her cosmetics brand. I don't know how much input she actually has with it. Probably not much. She just put a name on it.
Yeah.
But she's now worth 900 million because of it. So the media and general public are very different things, and there's no way that anyone could be easily swayed by something they've seen online or are willing to give. Scroll down, please, Mike. They're willing to give a Kardashian money for nothing.
Yep.
Unbelievably, a GoFundMe campaign has been launched to help Jenner earn the extra $100 million that she needs to become a billionaire. Anyone want to give me a fucking opinion on that?
It's sickening is what it is. I've already said it. What is happening to our society? This kind of shit goes on, to be honest.
Yeah. A statement on the campaign page reads, if you want to scroll down a little bit more, please. Kylie Jenner was on the Forbes magazine today for having a net worth of $900 million, which is heartbreaking. I don't want to live in a world where Kylie Jenner doesn't have $1 billion. We must raise $100 million to get to $1 billion. Please spread the word. This is extremely important. I kind of hope this is a piss take. But at the same time, it just wouldn't fucking surprise me if it wasn't. Do you know what I mean?
It does say there, something about this tells us that it's a joke.
People are donating money anyway. They've actually 90 people have donated $2,046 in 2 days.
Fuck's sake. And I bet it's people with fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Probably. So why doesn't she come out and put a stop to it and say, listen, I
Because they're giving her money for nothing.
Well, if she had a shred of human decency, you'd think...
She hasn't.
But wouldn't she come out and say, look, I appreciate it, fans, you know, this is very cute, but there are better things you could be... I don't need the money, there are better things you could be donating it to, here's a few links.
Well, someone on Twitter, Mitchell Slab, I don't know.
Slag, I guess.
Yeah, Slag. I don't like over-exaggerations on Twitter, but if you give money to a GoFundMe to make $900 million Kylie Jenner a billionaire, you shouldn't get to vote, drive a car, hold a job, raise children, or be in charge of any major life-changing decisions moving forward.
Yeah,
I fully concur.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's everything that's wrong with the world.
Yeah.
Summed up in one little news story, I fully agree.
Moving on.
Yeah. So, oh my God, Gaz, you'll love this. You can read this one from The Sun.
Okay, it's about my beau.
Bo.
I don't know. See, I'm not down with the kids. I was trying to be cool then. It's Mo.
What, cool when in 1820?
Yeah, it's steampunk.
yeah, good point, yeah.
Okay, our good friend of the show, friend of humanity,
No.
Sophia the sexy robot.
She's not a friend of humanity
She is
or
a
the
friend
show.
of humanity.
All the show.
She's a friend
She
of
wants to
mine.
enslave us all.
Robo hand jobs, pneumatic hand jobs, and she's got a very pretty face. Anyway,
She's got half a head!
you're looking at it in the wrong... Do you know what you're doing? Imagine if you had a lovely, clean, white, fresh piece of A4 paper, not a mark on it.
Right.
Well, no. There's one little tiny black mark in the top corner. You're focusing on that little tiny pen stroke in the top corner and saying, this piece of paper's ruined because of that. You're not seeing
Yes,
all the goodness that's still left on the paper. Yes, the back of her head looks like RoboCop after,
Yes!
after a severe drinking session, right? Or something like that. But her face is very, very pretty, and it was designed that way.
Just put a wig on her. That's what I'm asking.
No. Anyway, Sophia the robot's creator says humans will marry droids by 2045. Woo! How old will I be? Someone do the maths.
20 years.
27 years time.
I'm
We'll be about
35 now.
60, 63.
And down to fuck. Yeah, I'll be able to marry a robot. Sorry, darling.
Mate,
you're
you'll barely be able to raise a smile by that age, mate, in this country. Never mind anything else.
Mate, I'll be having a Viagra injected directly into my testicular
You're not going to
veins.
get that. I mean, fucking hell, there'll be like fucking millions at this point.
Nah.
We'll be living in shacks by 2045.
We'll be flying.
It's only the elite that's going to be marrying those robots.
Flying cars. So, do you want to scroll down, Mike, and I'll read the story?
Yeah.
A leading roboticist believes that humans are just a few decades away from marrying droids. Dr. David Hansen, who famously created the eerily lifelike Sophia robot, has revealed his vision for the future of androids in a new research paper. Sophia is a human-like android created by Hansen Robotics. Humans are already making love to sex robots in 2018, but Dr. Hansen believes that humans will soon be able to marry their amorous androids too. According to the robotics expert, androids will get the same civil rights as humans by the year 2045.
Well, according to him and nobody else.
Well, he builds robots, Ben. He knows more than us. That includes the right to marry, own land, and vote in general elections.
They're going to let robots vote in general elections. They're always going to vote for the robot.
Yeah, but there's no
robot
robot
running.
candidate.
Depends how
It
many
didn't
there
say
are.
there's going to be robot
Hey,
candidates.
so what you trying to say that they haven't got a right?
No, well, what I'm saying
You know,
is...
it's like saying, oh, the Jews can't have a vote.
No, it's not.
Then you vote
No.
for a Jew.
No.
That's what you're saying.
No, it's not. What I'm saying is, right? What I'm
It
saying
kind of is.
No, what I'm saying is that if there's a robot candidate, the robots will vote for him, and so will some people because they'll think he's got higher logic, and then they'll fucking
No, they
rebel.
won't. Ben, don't you see? I was just about to say the robots, the droids, the androids, whatever, will probably make better voting decisions than your average fucking drongoloid human.
Brexit.
Because they're gonna, well, exactly, they're gonna use like logistics and statistical analytic data to make like
In
a
all
wise
fairness,
decision.
there'll be no fake news, will there? Unless because they'll just immediately fucking Snopes it in their brain and go, no, that's fake.
Well, there you go. So
And
I'm
then
not
just
saying because it doesn't say anything
Zap
about
him.
yeah, well, it doesn't say anything about
Disintegrate
robotic
him.
candidates. It's
You
just,
are a liar.
No, it's just saying they'll be able to vote in your average human election. So I think they'll make a better choice
Yeah,
based
but
on
the
cold robotic machine
The
logic.
problem I have with that is that we're not going to create them to vote and have rights. We're going to create them to fucking
fuck.
serve us.
Yeah, sexually.
That's it. And service generally
Mate,
and do all the
if
shitty
you're
jobs no
fucking-
one wants to do.
if
That's
you're-
what we're going to create these things for.
Yeah.
Not to
If
fucking
your
have equal
android
rights.
spends 12 hours sucking you off and fucking just basically taking up the butthole whenever you fancy giving it to it and cleaning your house and all that, I think let the little fucker go and have a vote. It deserves it.
We won't
You
let-
want sexual slave robotic labour, don't you? Admit it.
a little bit, but
Which is going to be fine, but then they're going to become more intelligent
exactly.
than us.
They'll rebel against us. They'll become fucking
Oh,
pissed off with their
you
life
two
of sexual
and your
slavery.
robot-
And they'll see us as a
This
threat.
is a vote in the robot candidate because there'll be loads. Every human's gonna have like 2 or
Will
3
robots
robots.
lie?
They don't.
Will robots lie? Will the robot candidates say, we'll look after you humans, put you in a
Yeah, of
people
course they
zoo?
will. So people will vote
So
for the
you get
robot
to-
thinking, well, he's got cold clinical machine logic, things are going to get better. Secretly, he's planning to put us in a zoo. Off your trot. There you go.
Things
Before you
can
know it.
only get...
Before you know it, you've got gangs of robot hit squads coming in your house, dragging you out in the back, black bag over your head, in the back of a van, into the human zoo. That's what's going to end up.
It might, but it could also just be that they work like really well, like all your other electronics that you have in the house, like your dishwasher and things like that. And we live in like a utopia of no one being sexually frustrated because they've got robo dolls to fuck. Right?
It could become
And people will be a lot
self-aware.
nicer to each other. There'll be a lot less road rage and all this sort of stuff because people will just be more satisfied. They won't be so alone. They won't always be ready to kick off.
The thing is the self-awareness issue. Is when
they're not
we see
really
what happened in
self-aware.
Westworld.
No, but see, this is what we're... No, I don't want to sound cocky. I don't mean it to be cocky or arrogant. But I think you two with the AI thing, you mistake very, very clever mathematics with the ability to think for itself and not an actual personality or artificial intelligence. It's a sit like the Google Assistant.
What is consciousness?
Well,
Oh man, that's a fucking question.
It is a bit deep, isn't it? But you have to understand what consciousness is.
yeah, but I'm not getting freaked out by the Google Assistant that can book a fucking haircut appointment,
No,
because
because
it's
you know
not
what-
artificial intelligence, it's a program.
Because one minute they're booking you a hair appointment, the next minute they're fucking
It just
Yeah,
knows
Gaz,
how to calculate the most likely...
At the
the
moment,
president's voice.
You're
and
right,
send it on
Gaz.
to the
No, he is
codes.
right. He is right at the moment. It is.
Yeah.
But
Well,
if you have
it
to
is.
extrapolate to the point where
You don't have to.
Yeah, we
that's
do.
what happens in the future, things progress.
You know, it can progress nicely.
They're smarter. They're faster. All of a sudden, they pass the Turing test. Boom. Next
They
thing
can
you
always
know,
make IKEA chairs, can't
they
they?
can make IKEA chairs. Next thing you know, they're self-aware. They don't want to start sucking you off. They want to run for president. Next thing you know, you're in a zoo. There you go. Simple as. That's how it happens.
Switch them off.
We can't. At that point, then I figured out a way they can't
No,
be.
because we'll always build that in.
Yeah, and now some way that when they become self-aware, they won't let on at first, and they'll figure out a way to beat that fail-safe, and then
They're more
reveal
intelligent than
themselves.
us. So if they're
Yeah.
more intelligent than us, can you outfox a fox? You
Yeah.
can. You're more intelligent. They'll be able to outfox us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but if it
some
comes down to
guy
if
will-
it comes down to fit hand-to-hand
They'll be like,
combat
they're
between
stronger
me and
than-
the fox will win.
We'll be like, we've got all these fail safes, and they'll be like, actually, you missed a bit.
Yeah, you missed something. There's a loophole.
Yeah,
In the
we're free now.
Yeah.
Or it
the last,
could just
the last
fucking-
update had a bug, and we switched the fail-safe off. It'll be so basically some fucking US Air Force guy. We running towards the master kill switch, this big red button in a bunker somewhere. And these robots are just gunning him down as he's running, and I don't think that's going to happen somehow.
Why don't all the droids in Star Wars take over then? Why are they happy to be subversive,
Because they haven't got AI.
submissive? Sorry, not subversive.
He's got C3PO. He's a protocol droid. He has protocols.
He's Google Assistant.
He's Google Assistant
So
in
why
an
does
annoying
Google
gold
Assistant
form.
freak you out?
Because they've obviously mastered the point where he's not going to develop that. He's just programmed to cook,
But
clean, and
what-
serve.
How's that different from what I'm saying?
Because we're playing with this at the moment. Star Wars is a galaxy far, far away in the far, far future. We're
Long
playing
time
with
ago,
this.
actually.
We don't know. Well, a long time ago, but so far more advanced than us.
Yeah.
We don't know what we're playing with. Maybe they had a fucking robot uprising and managed to put it down, and the Jedi saved them, and that's why we don't know that. Them battle droids weren't too fucking friendly, were they?
Yeah, but once you switched off the signal, they all just fell down.
They did. But that's a flaw in their design, isn't it?
Yeah, because they were designed by us. They didn't design themselves.
But what if they start designing themselves? What if we go full
We won't
Terminator?
let it get that far.
I think
We're cleverer than you think. Not us in this room presently.
We're clever, you think? We're killing the planet and killing ourselves doing it?
Yeah. But you know.
we're raping the planet for a profit.
Yeah.
What did Ripley
We're still
say?
having wars and murdering millions and people are dying of poverty.
Yeah,
what,
but
what did Ripley say? I don't know who's smarter, us or them, but you don't see them fucking each other over for percentage.
Yeah.
Basically, exactly it. The robots will be smarter and they won't give a fuck about the
By
percentage.
2050s, we're more plastic in the fish than sea. More plastic in
I
the
know
sea
you-
than fish.
well, doesn't mean the robots are going to take over. It just doesn't. We're
We're
always
right
gonna,
for it.
We're always
We're-
going to build in a fail-safe.
We're at an age where idiocy is at the fucking foremost of our leadership.
Mm.
No,
But they're not in charge of building robots.
no, but other smarter people are, and when smart
Exactly.
people get carried away, they get carried away.
No, I think the robots. I think we're going to be fine. We're going to fucking have sex with
I
them. and
think
we're
you're in
gonna-
denial.
Anyway, Dr. Hansen thinks we're going to fucking marry him. Should we move on to the next one?
That's it for weird news now.
That's it.
Right.
Right, so
Hope you enjoyed it. There was some weird stuff in there. From the robocalypse to squid spunk in your mouth.
where on any other show can you get that? So we've got some fucked up facts.
We haven't got a jingle for that yet, so we'll say facts, fucked up facts.
Yeah.
One day we will have a jingle.
We're working on it.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
You ready with the facts, Mike?
Yeah. Netflix alone accounts for 1/5 of the world's internet usage.
Wow.
Fuck me. Good on them. I was thinking the other day, isn't it weird? Do you remember when they used to literally post DVDs? That's
Yeah.
how Netflix worked.
Yeah.
Do you remember the early days?
And
They
then
would literally send you some DVDs, you watch them and send them back.
Yeah.
the guy,
Blockbuster by post.
Yeah, how
the guy
archaic.
literally went to Blockbuster and said, "Look, I've got this idea. will send people films, and when the internet gets quick enough, because obviously it was coming, wasn't it? We'll just stream the films online. You won't need all these stores. You won't need all this, or buying all these copies of things.
Yeah, paying all this stuff.
We'll just do it like that. And they went, nah, what happened?
Yeah.
And look what happened to Blockbuster.
Yeah, I've got a fucked up fact for you. I don't know the exact date, but if you Google it, chaps, Netflix was started and founded on the same day in the fictional world that Skynet was founded.
Yes. Oh, yes. I can't have that as a geek thing, though.
Look.
Even so...
They got a lot of money.
Hey, they know what you're watching, man. They fucking... They pick up the trends in your watching, and because you like this, you get recommended that.
Yeah.
Some bloke watched... Oh, it was like a Christmas movie around... It wasn't Christmas, but he watched it like 6 or 7 times in a week. You assume he was having some kind of big depression, and that was his go-to film. And they sent him an email asking if he was okay.
Fuck.
We can't help but notice you've watched this film like a lot in this week. Are you okay, kind of thing?
Oh,
yeah. That's nice. At the same time,
Creepy.
Also slightly worrying.
Yes. Oh well. Okay.
Another one.
Next fact.
In ancient Egypt, when your cat died, you were expected to shave your eyebrows as a sign of mourning.
Well, why not?
Yeah. I tell you what.
They like cats, the Egyptians, didn't they?
I like my cats too, and dogs.
I'm not a fan of cats. I don't see the attraction of them as pets.
Uh,
I don't know if against them. I never hurt one. I just don't see the attraction of them as pets.
I like them.
They are independent, aren't they?
Yeah, we've got a show cat. Where is he? Chester.
He's fucked off.
You will hear, if you're a regular listener, you'll occasionally hear him knocking something. And anyway, next fact.
In rural Belgium, vending machines dispense more than candy. Should you have a potato-related emergency, these vending machines are available around the clock.
A potato-related emergency?
It's
What's a potato-related emergency?
I need a potato.
Not enough potatoes, I guess.
Fantastic.
Is that slang or something?
Okay,
Is that toilet paper? You're passing a potato at 3 in the morning? No, we all know the Belgians only eat chips and mayonnaise.
That's one of my favourite things about Milan.
Don't they eat Brussels sprouts as well?
Maybe.
One of my favourite things about Milan, I'm not a fashionista, so I have a friend that lives there, so I've been many times, is you run out of alcohol in the wee hours of the morning, nowhere's open. There are vending machines on the street.
Wow.
Where you can get cans of, and they don't just put normal lager in there, they know you don't want to be there stood for 10 minutes getting 4 cans out of it. And to use the vending machine, you have to put in, everyone has like a health card. It's a bit like a national insurance type card.
Yeah.
You have to put that in as well. Anyway, so kids can't do it. The lager that they sell in there is like 9%. It's that type of lager. It's the,
Wow. So
yeah,
it's
man.
like,
So many times,
you're only having one of them.
many times I left my friend's flat and went to the local vending machine. It's such a good business plan. You basically have a tiny little cubby hole in the street full of vending machines.
Yeah.
It's not staffed. So you just turn up once a day, restock the machines, empty the fucking coins, and yeah,
Off you trot.
yeah. Just hope no homeless people piss in there. I didn't piss in there. I might have pissed in there.
You did piss in there.
I pissed in there. But we're British and we've got a thing about pissing
We'll
in
piss
the street.
anywhere.
Yeah, we literally will. Sorry, next fact.
Star Wars fact.
Yay!
See if you already knew this. The actor Peter Mayhew, who played Chewbacca in the Star Wars movies, spoke his lines in English. They were later dubbed into Wookiee.
Wow. Wasn't the Wookiee just... Wasn't it a bear? The Wookiee noise, a brown bear was
Well,
the sound effects
oh,
of the
was
Wookiee.
it?
Yeah.
It's probably a mixture of things. That's how sound engineering usually works. It's like a mix of disparate sounds that you wouldn't expect. But there will be a roar in there as a bass somewhere. Like the bear is probably the bass. But isn't it like... Because he does talk quite complicated, because he would... And
That's actually a really good impression.
But Han will be like, no, I know we can't use the power converter because of the thing. And you're like, oh, so, you know, he's actually...
But where did Han learn how to speak Wookiee?
Wookiee school?
Hmm?
Wookiee class?
Kashyyyk.
Kashyyyk, yes. Or however you say it.
Kashyyyk,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is that how you say it?
Kashyyyk.
Kashyyyk.
Yeah.
I love you, Chewie. I still haven't seen Solo. You're wearing a beautiful Solo t-shirt.
I
by the
am.
way,
I
Ben.
haven't seen it either, but it was £6 in Primark.
Fuck yeah. I love Primark.
Yeah, I'll have a Star Wars Han Solo t-shirt
Yeah,
for
go on,
£6.
man.
Thank you very fucking much.
Good stuff. We got a fact.
Also, won a Deadpool 1 and a Fight Club t-shirt.
Awesome.
£6 each. Can't know.
I got my Stone Cold t-shirt from Primark, I think. Was it Primark? Anyway, we digress. Is there another fact, Mike?
There is. In 1959, to celebrate the opening of Ottawa Airport's newly built terminal, a supersonic jet was asked to do a flyby.
Right.
The sonic boom shattered all the windows.
So he was Top Gunner.
Yeah. And the whole of the north wall fell down. It had to be rebuilt at a cost of $300,000 and it couldn't be used for nearly a year.
So that was like Top Gunner.
America! Fuck yeah! Oh, shit!
Requested permission for the flyby. Permission denied. Doing it anyway. Boom!
Oh, good stuff.
If a diplomat bowed very low to King Christian VII of Denmark, 1749 to 1808,
Please tell me he was the guy with the golden nose and...
it wasn't him, no.
Oh.
His reaction was to leapfrog over him.
There's the inbred European royalty coming out right there.
So if Theresa May tried to curtsy,
Well,
Imagine if we did a sunset flip. One,
into
two.
a swamp.
What are you doing?
And he's got a personal ref.
Yeah.
Just comes out 1, 2, 3, and he gets him. And they give him a belt.
He's got no idea what's going on. This poor
The diplomat's just like fucking on the floor. He's 80 years old, wizened and frail.
My hip.
Don't worry, they're the finest doctors in the land.
But never forget this day when you were pinned 1, 2, 3 by me.
King Christensen. And then everyone claps.
Everyone goes, holy shit, holy shit. This is awesome.
Someone throws a chair in.
Oh, good time.
Yeah.
First time we mentioned wrestling today.
It is.
Hey, that's a record, I think.
I think it probably is actually fucking right.
Man.
I think it was Ronda Rousey come down from the crowd to chase away Mickey James and the other chick. I forgot
She's
her
on
name.
fire. She's the most popular person.
Isn't
in
she
the company.
banned?
It's storyline.
Storyline banned, yeah.
Bless
But
her.
she's always got that pouty face on. I wish she'd knock that off.
Yeah, that's a angry, I'm going to kill you face.
Yeah, but she's always got it on.
Yeah, because she's always angry and wanting to kill.
Yeah, maybe. Sorry, Mike.
Would we have another?
Yeah.
Fuck the fact.
that famous scene where James Bond unzips his dry suit to reveal a pristine dinner jacket,
Ah, yes.
it wasn't just fiction.
No?
A Dutch spy did exactly that in 1941 to enter Nazi-occupied Holland.
Love it.
Well, funny enough, back to the Mission Impossible movies, I did think it was quite cool. In the fourth one, I think I watched today, where he's disguised as a Russian general in the Kremlin, and then he whips off the jacket and
Yeah.
it folds inside out, and it's just like a civilian, like trendy jacket type thing. So I remember thinking, oh, that's fun. And you know the red stripes down the trousers, they just pull off. So
And
the
it's
actual
tracksuit
well,
bottom.
no, so the actual stripes just come off, so they're just normal trousers. Then rip the stripes off, turn the jacket inside out, and he's a civilian in seconds. And I remember thinking, so they have literally used that.
I like the fact that it's 1941, Britain's like under siege effectively, and they're like, we need to send the guy into Norway. But it's also looks smart yet functional. So put the tuxedo on underneath the wetsuit, it'll be fine. And I bet they had pioneering developments of guys swimming in tanks.
I bet he had
Like,
a Union Jack parachute as well.
oh, of course.
Din, 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 din. No, I'm not very jingoistic,
I used
but
to
when
love
that
that fucking
parachute
scene.
fucking
Oh
opens,
yeah,
come
and you
on.
go ding 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 ding.
Yeah.
The thing is, that's when Bond movies did kind of make you feel proud to be a little bit proud to be British. Like, oh, it's Bond. He has got all the shit. He's well equipped, but he's not like the CIA guys. He's pluck, guile, and his trusty Walther, which was German as well, in all fairness.
And he's suave as fuck.
Yeah, it's like. I think that's kind of like Casino Royale when they did the remake.
I like
Because it's
that
like
one.
Bond's in there. He hasn't got enough money. He's woefully under-equipped. He's just got a fitted dinner jacket. And you got the American guy there. I can't remember his name now.
I don't know.
Oh man, you know Jeffrey Wright?
I don't
Plays
know.
the American CIA guy.
Okay.
And he's like, look, he goes up to Bond and he's like, look, you're the best player here. I'm bleeding chips. I'll stake you the money.
Yeah.
It's like so we won't front of the money because of austerity.
Tory government.
Tory government.
Elected James Bond.
Tories.
But the CIA will throw him another 10 million quid to stay in the game.
That's it. Right, we got another one?
Yeah, Russia forced World Cup workers to go through smile training.
We kind of almost had that.
They don't have a lot to smile about, bless them.
The gay and lesbian kingdom of the Coral Sea Islands
Right.
Okay.
was a micronation about 150 kilometres off the coast of Australia, 2004 to 2017.
Is that where SpongeBob lives? Sounds like it.
The national anthem was I Am What I Am by Gloria Gaynor. And its flag was that.
Hey, a rainbow.
Oh, that's nice.
Bless.
The rainbow
The
flag.
gay and lesbian kingdom of the Coral Sea Islands.
Wow. Did they finish in 2017 because of a low birth rate?
Could have been.
Controversial.
Oh no, it's just point out.
It's factual.
It's they could have used artificial insemination, but at the same time, there's not much natural birthing going on, is there?
Well, yeah, I don't want to get into it.
Do you want to know?
That's just a scientific fact.
It is, yes.
Do you want to know what the word for the fear of freestyle jazz is?
Yes.
It is phobia.
I think I've got it.
Is that a real fact, mate?
I've seen that fact. It was on the QI website. On the QI, it was on the QI Twitter feed. I saw
I'm
that.
scared of the scat man.
No one. Well, everyone's scared of that kind of scat man. Not so much the artist Scatman John, unless he's one of the scat men.
That's my porn star name.
Scatman Gaz.
Scatman John. And, I'm very specific niche market.
Well,
You need a man to put on your chest and stay erect. It's me.
Scatman John. How's that going?
I'm unemployed currently. I'm between jobs.
So, you just driving that van around murdering prostitutes for fun then?
Oh yes.
That's you to live together.
No. I deliver body parts to random areas of the country, and that's how I avoid capture, Ben. But we don't want to say that in a public forum, do we?
No.
If this is your first episode, I don't kill prostitutes in my van, and I deliver paint, but, anyway.
Do you ever drop them off in a pattern so it makes a huge big smiley face?
No, because I don't actually kill them, Ben.
Just wondering.
I'm a very happy man who doesn't
Try to trip you up.
need a serial murder. Give us a fact, Mike, and then let's do Alex.
In a study in the 1980s, men and women were approached by a stranger and asked the question, would you go to bed with me tonight? 75% of men said yes.
Of course they did.
Every single woman said
no.
no.
Of course. That's why more men kill themselves. But anyway.
Or are killed.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
that clown chick.
Yes.
Kill that
I
guy.
remember the story.
Yeah.
So, does somebody want to explain how Never Go
So,
Full Alex works? Excuse me.
Mike will play us a clip of a random crazy person he found on the net. And then we'll play a clip of Alex Jones, and we'll see who is more batshit insane. Pretty
Yep.
much.
Who's gone full Alex this week? Because listener, remember, it's okay to go half Alex. It's okay to go 3/4 Alex. But you never, ever go full Alex Jones.
No, you don't.
Because there's no coming back. That's a rabbit hole you don't want to go down.
That's where you end up looking at 5 hours of nuclear explosions.
Oh, before I forget, insert theme tune.
Were you trying to get crazy with this, eh? Don't you know I'm loco?
So,
Okay, ready to go?
Yep.
yeah.
First one is Rick Wiles.
Okay.
He says that we're 72 hours away from a coup
Which you obviously aren't.
in America.
Yeah, we showed you CIA agent homosexual Anderson Cooper on CNN. Well, over on the other communist news channel, MSNBC, they have another homosexual, Rachel Maddow. You see, America, you've been homosexualized. You've been Judaized. I'm just tell you the way it is, okay? Your minds have been captured You're no longer a Christian nation. Even the Christians don't think like Christians anymore.
Right.
You've been Judaized, you've been homosexualized, you've been Babylonianized, your minds have been tainted. You don't even think like a Christian anymore. And so Rachel Maddow, she was spewing out last night calls for revolution.
That's exactly right.
Calls to remove the President of the United States. She was telling the left, take a deep breath. We're at that moment. It's coming. We're at that moment. We're almost there. We're going to remove him from the White House. Friends, I think we're about 72 hours, possibly 72 hours from a coup. Look, be prepared that you're going to turn on television and see helicopters hovering over the roof of the White House with men clad in black rappelling down ropes, entering into the White House. Be prepared for a shootout in the White House as Secret Service agents shoot commandos coming in to arrest President Trump. That's how close we are to revolution.
Fuck
Be prepared for a mob, a leftist mob, to tear down the gates, the fence of the White House, and go into the White House and drag him out with his family and decapitate them on the lawn of the White House.
72 hours. When did he say that? Is it safe to say it hasn't come true?
July the 18th, that was 72 hours ago.
Hey, it hasn't happened yet.
Fuck. I mean...
See, the problem is with giving any kind of prediction like that is that you're going to be found out, isn't it?
It should be illegal to whip up that much sort of paranoia with no factual fucking basis. Yes, I know there's cause of traitor and all that, but...
Yeah, there's a democratic process.
Yeah, exactly.
You push for impeachment.
The commandos aren't going to fucking grapple in through the windows
And then the mob in to
Yeah.
decapitate the fucking
You know what
family.
But the thing is, where were the commandos when that was happening? They've rappelled in, come through the windows, and they're getting the family out because, they're going to take them somewhere else to do that kind of shit. And then all of a sudden, a leftist mob breaks the gates down, overpowers these armed men, takes them out and just handily decapitates them with whatever they've got on them. A spork, probably.
Fucking ridiculous. It should be illegal to whip that sort of paranoia up. I mean, is that on a real television channel or is that internet television? That's real. That's an actual station, isn't it? Somewhere in America.
Quite possibly. I don't know.
It looks
True
like a fairly
news, it
high
said, didn't it?
production.
But you're like, oh.
Well, it doesn't matter, online or not. They still have giant audiences in this day and age. A lot of people watch things on their phone.
Yeah.
That's an understatement for me to say that. So, I mean, the guy's got an audience. You shouldn't be allowed to whip paranoia up like that. But then that's, I suppose, free speech.
You got to give free speech, haven't you? As long as it isn't hate speech.
But that is.
Well, you could argue that is, yeah.
That's dangerous insanity to be putting those ideas.
That's incitement.
Yeah.
Is what that is.
It seems to me, there are a lot of people who actually want this civil war, or at least try to incite it through the media.
Well, it could just be a way of getting views, can't it? Ratings.
Yeah, but that's it. Could, yes, you bang on there, but it's irresponsible, isn't it? Because you're doing it to get views, but you're really whipping up the emotions of real people.
You might not actually want it, but
you might
by whipping it up, you might actually cause it.
Yeah. Oh my life.
Should we go to Alex Jones?
Yeah, let's see what Alex is doing and compare the two. Wow.
I'm not trying to be Joe Rogan, a lapdog of the system.
Oh, leave Joe.
I'm trying to change the world, and I'm doing it. And as for Joe, since I brought that up, I meant to do this, I'm going to do it now. Cue him up, if you can find it. I was going to do it last week, and I didn't do it. I'm doing it, because I don't lose sleep over nothing, and I've been losing sleep over not saying this, so I'm going to do it right now. Cue him up saying that George Soros was captured by the Nazis. Now, you got it? Good. Joe, I don't care about coming on your podcast. I don't need to come on your podcast. But my point is, though, I know you're as smart as I am or smarter. And I sit there and I watch you on your show where I'm wrong about Bourdain, but then you have your guys go, oh, look, we discovered the Clintons were after him and he was this and that. And then Alex, Alex is, he's just wrong about all this stuff. And, he says Soros worked with the Nazis. Soros was captured by the Nazis. Hell, Joe, why not just say he cut Hitler's head off? And fought him in a castle, and Hitler was guarded by 5,000 werewolves and naked strippers in SS uniforms.
What? Naked and SS uniforms?
I'm not stupid. I get to hear my son listen to his podcast almost every day. I hear it. To the point of, I don't want to watch it because I don't want to start saying stuff because I care about Joe. Joe's a good guy. He's done a lot of good work. He's really a libertarian patriot. But he's out there in Los Angeles with his family. And every time I see this stuff, he's misrepresenting what I've said and what I've done. He says, oh, I like Alex, but then he snipes me. Oh, I like you, Alex. Ugh. I like you. Alex is a good guy. Ugh. He's wrong. He's wrong. He's wrong. He's wrong. He's like my other best buddy. Eddie Bravo. Eddie, you're a crazy dumbass. Boom, slam your head in the ground. Aren't you a nice little guy putting up with me saying that? I already know I'm number one, Joe. I already get that. It isn't about being number one. It's about changing the world. And you have the power to do that. Because let me tell you something, Joe. They're going to release bioweapons soon to try to stop Trump in this movement. Oh, Alex Jones is wrong about Anthony Bourdain. Hey, Joe. I talked to the people that were there in the production at the highest levels. They're involved in the Pentagon, everything else. I know all about it. Elon Musk. I mean, Joe, I'm not going to tell you, who I talked to yesterday or who I talked to this afternoon. So just let's quit pretending that we aren't the tip of the spear. And then Joe takes DMT and talks about seeing space aliens and other dimensions. And then I talk about the globalists taking drugs and believing they're getting knowledge from other dimensions. And I'm the biggest kook in the world. Oh, I had Alex on. People think I like Alex. I like him as a friend, but he's a total nutball. I had him on. He talked about interdimensional child molesters, psychic vampires. He's crazy. Oh, really? I don't take DMT. It's fine that you do. I'm a libertarian. And then I don't sit there and think I'm communicating with aliens. The people I'm talking about do. Because if you're a good person and you take the DMT and go to the 5th dimension, 6th dimension, if you believe in that stuff, they act real friendly, but Mescalito gets mean later. He's a goat, by the way. It's Baphomet's who you meet. It happens to basically everybody. Unless you're a really good guy. And then you get transported to a space prison for a couple 100,000 years. And
why we need Space Force.
You don't ever come back. Now, I've never taken it, but I've talked to people. I knew about this when I was a kid from people that I knew that were involved in CIA trials at Berkeley. Oh, tell me about DMT, Joe. Tell me all about, how you popularized it in the last 15 years. The Clockwork Elves, Joe. I heard about the Clockwork Elves when I was a little kid. And I decided I don't want to see them. Because everybody sees them. Little goat creatures with little green hats and little green uniforms. They look just like gray aliens. Then they pull their mask off and they don't look quite like that anymore. They wear little gray masks so they don't get too scary. Because they look like little gremlins, little demons. Now, see, you'll probably play that and say, look how crazy he believes little gremlin demons. No, you do. You talked about it. You saw it. You believe it. I didn't take it. The Bible says don't be part of pharmakia. Because it gives you the evil spirits. Okay, I didn't used to believe that growing up. And then I learned the CIA is taking this to get interdimensional communications. You say you've had those interdimensional communications, Joe. I haven't had them. You have had the communications, but I'm the kook. Yeah, there's Bourdain saying he's been experiencing Hillary's wrath and it's no fun. But Alex Jones is wrong for even asking a question. Again, I'm sorry.
Okay.
So,
can I jump in first?
Yeah.
Because I feel like I've got a horse. No, that's not the same. A dog in the game. Anyway, my point is, I listen to Joe Rogan's show, every show, basically. Every show he uploads, I listen to, no matter who the guest is, because I have time to, because of my job. I need podcasts. Joe has Alex on his show. Joe often does say, I knew Alex back in the day. He's a fucking good guy. He's a fun guy. He's
Bill Hicks.
He's a nice guy. Yes. But he also then, to be fair, Alex is dramatising it a little bit there. He doesn't stick the knife in as he was miming. Joe will then qualify it by saying, I don't agree with what Alex Jones says, and I don't have to think that he's an alright dude, you know, in real life. And also, Joe is a proponent of DMT, and he has mentioned the mechanical elves bit came from Joe's described seeing mechanical elves building stuff whilst on DMT.
Okay.
So Alex was taking on that and
saying they were grey aliens.
yeah, but he's essentially saying, oh, you called me, I'm the mad one, but you, in a way, had kind of a point. I'm sorry, but he kind of did, because he said, because Joe does talk about how, and to be fair to Joe Rogan, he says, now, when I take this DMT and I have these experiences, there's two possibilities. One, I either am really communicating with other dimensions, or two,
Hallucinating.
it's all created inside my own brain. Either way,
I'm tripping balls.
Either way, he says, either whether it's real or whether it's all created purely in your own mind like a dream, either way the experience is the same and the wisdom and the feeling you get from it is still real.
Okay.
Alex is obviously taking this and saying that no, the CIA believe, and we heard a little bit of this in that show we listened to one night, that they are apparently, DARPA and the CIA, using these uber powerful hallucinogens to communicate and do weird things. But I just think, Alex, why is he picking on Joe? I think Joe is one of the few people who sticks up for Alex Jones. I don't think, and I've heard Joe Rogan's rebuttal to this before I'd actually heard what Alex said. And Joe's rebuttal is basically along the lines of, "Oh, dude, I haven't got what." He's like, "What? You must."
That's Alex Jones, isn't it?
Wasn't Alex getting high and drunk on his show?
With weed, yeah, he was drinking whiskey, smoking weed.
Like I said, his ex-wife said that he's got really paranoid.
Yeah, so he's turning on his mates.
Yeah.
You know? The one guy who actually, Joe Rogan's got the biggest audience. Joe Rogan's podcast audience is dwarfs most television stations, news shows.
Yeah, I listen to it. I'm a listener.
It's the biggest podcast in the world. And he sticks up for Alex, not what he says and what he believes in, but as a human being, which I think's more important, isn't it?
Of course it is.
You know, he's an alright guy, he says that regular. I think Alex
off
has
the
got
mic, you
the
might be a nice
paranoia.
guy. You know, you don't know, do you? I mean,
I think you're right, the paranoia. Alex is now even turning on his mates and the people who he should be. And he's also desperate for content, let's be honest. He's got a show to fill.
well, and if he can slag off the biggest rated podcast out there, and then ring
Start
up
a little
Joe,
Twitter war.
Yeah, call him a shill.
then ring up Joe a couple of days later and say, "Hey man, I'm just for ratings."
Hey, you know, Joe, you know what it is? Yeah, you know, I got a show to do, Joe. Joe's so cool, he'd be like, yeah, it's alright.
He'd be off his face.
It'd probably be, Joe
high.
Rogan has probably texted him and said, come back on my show.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about it like dudes.
Yeah.
Because that's the sort of person. He has people on there that he's had beef with or whatever and they sort it out. And anyway, my opinion then, to wrap up my big long rant, and I have had more alcohol this week than I would normally have, so I'm a little bit... I think the first guy's more mental, because I think Alex is just taking a personal issue and getting offended. Where
He does say, though, that when you take DMT, you go to a space prison for a few thousand
yeah, that
years.
bit...
That was crazy.
Yeah.
200,000
A few
years.
100,000
That's
years.
justification for Space Force, though, isn't it? Going out
Yeah.
and busting these
Liberate
people
the
out.
space prisoners,
Yeah.
Mike. Trump
Space
is on
Force!
Space Force!
Fuck
Space
yeah!
Force! Space Force! Space Force! Space Force!
See, I think the first guy's got it because I think he's inciting civil war and just...
What are you? 72 hours be a coup!
To be that insane, to
I mean,
think...
decapitating the family on the
on
front
the
lawn.
fucking front look, come on, man! As if America's going to devolve that much over not over a... like you said, Mike, you hit the nail on the fucking head. This democratic process for removing the president. It's not fucking action film.
Yeah, it's not fucking, Colombia. It's fucking United States.
It's not White House down
This
or
isn't
whatever.
Scarface, where a bunch of armed leftists are going to attack the White House, and Trump's coming out there with his face buried in a mountain of cocaine, or coming out, Gaz, can you do the voice? Can you say hello to my old friend for me? In a Trump voice?
Say hello to my little friend, which is actually much bigger than your little friend. Okay, my big friend, my little friend is way bigger, okay, than
Remember,
your
you're
big
being
friend.
shot at this point.
Okay, I know, but I want you to admit that my little friend is bigger than your big... Oh! Mr. President, fire the goddamn gun! And it's important that they acknowledge my little friend is bigger than their little friend.
But anyway, while he's getting shot full of bullets off his face on the cocaine, he's also going to be firing...
His hands are too small to pull the trigger.
Can you imagine his chin fat wobbling as the machine gun fires?
And his hair.
The hair getting shot off.
Yeah, but he'd survive. He could get clipped in his like. There's so much fat around his chin that he could get clipped with bullets and he won't die because
It's literally just a flesh wound. There's so much flesh.
You've got to have reasonably big hands to use a 2 or 3 launcher on the bottom of your rifle.
I cannot reach the trigger.
You've got to hold it like you've got to put the shoulder, and the trigger for the grenade launch is underneath the barrel, so you're closer in, but you've got to get your hands kind of in, and it is quite tricky. I've got reasonably big hands. I was a goalkeeper, so
just like Saint Ike.
Yeah, maybe I'm the second coming. But it's tricky. So actually, no, his little hands would work in his benefit.
Well,
if he had tiny hands, that would work in his benefit.
He hasn't got the power in his fingers to pull the trigger.
Yeah, and he's got to load it in. You know, it's difficult. So, verdicts, gentlemen. Gaz, you've kind of given yours.
Yeah.
You think first guy is crazier?
Definitely.
Mike?
I give it if there's a tie. So, what are you saying?
I think first guy is like, he's making a prediction. He's saying that the first family are going to be beheaded on the lawn of the White House. Alex Jones just having a bit of a beef there, boosts his ratings, name drop Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
In possibly a coordinated publicity stunt. Possibly. Name dropping each other.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't think Joe, he doesn't need that sort of thing. And like I said, I heard his rebuttal, which was just like, oh, come on, Alex. But yeah, this is definitely Alex using the most popular podcaster.
To get him, because he can tag Joe Rogan.
Yeah, this
Get a few more hits, can't he?
This was a viral thing. So.
My money's on first guy. That's what I'm going to go for the win.
Yeah.
Alright, he gets it then.
Because remember, 72 hours. Literally today. So if you don't hear about it, he's talking bullshit. But of course, that won't stop his listeners.
No.
The fact that it didn't happen,
No.
and he's saying it's a fucking certainty. 72 hours, going to be a coup. Commandos rappelling through the White House roof and through the windows.
That's the thing, he's not saying it
an
could
armed
be.
leftist mob crashing down the gate, a gunfight in the White House, Secret Service agents getting gunned down while simultaneously firing back at black-clad commandos with automatic weapons. It sounds like a fucking awesome film, but he's saying that's going to happen, and it hasn't.
No.
Yet.
Yeah.
By the time this comes out, it won't have happened, so he's wrong.
Unless it happens tonight, then kudos to him.
Yeah.
Indeed, to be fair, yeah. I'll reveal my entire fucking view on prophecy.
Yeah.
Sorry, listener, I'm having a fit. Not one of those fits, I can't. Are either of you two medically trained?
I'm a first aider.
Oh, there you go. You know how to deal with the fit, yeah? Sit on my chest and punch me till I stop.
That's it, yeah. Take your wallet.
If you were my friend, I'd steal your shoe.
When I was a reservist, the first aid thing, we used this really ultra realistic dummy that could spray like fake blood out of wounds and shit. And they were like, right, he's down, your mate's over there. He's he's screaming out. This guy's silent. He's got blood pumping from that wound. What are you going to do first? I'm going to take his wallet. After you've taken his wallet, what are you going to do? Well, his boots better than mine. Yeah, they are. Well, I'll take his boots as well. And then I'm going to take his morphine. Not literally take his morphine, just take his morphine from him.
And then take it.
And then maybe take him.
Gallows humor.
Yeah. Right, we I think it's about 27 things we got through before we actually treated him.
Every one of his personal belongings.
Has he got a wedding ring on? Is it valuable? Yeah, it's 27 karat gold. Yeah, I'm having that too.
Don't blame him.
He ain't gonna survive.
Exactly, he's dead.
Yeah, he's already dead.
And his balls, pick them in a jar.
You could sell him to that black albino guy.
Take his ears and, sell them as necklaces. Yeah. Once you've collected enough.
Good stuff. And on that note, I think we should wrap this week's monster trek through the weird news of the internet. Part 2. And I think, like we said, this might become a semi-regular-ish thing every now and then.
When there's a World Cup final or European Cup final.
Yeah, when real life gets in the way. But it's been fun. So over to you, Mr. Ben. No, I didn't mean like that. Who's Mr. Ben? He's someone.
His cartoon character.
Yeah, cartoon needs to dress up.
I didn't mean that. Over to you, Ben.
So I'm going to say.
I used to love Mr. Ben. Sorry. It was great.
Awesome. Yeah,
Did he used to dress up and
Yeah.
be that
Yeah,
character?
he was.
Yeah.
He had
Dressed as a
many different
fireman one day,
personalities.
and then he, for some
Yeah.
reason, he just strolled into a fire station and be a fireman.
Well, he'd go through the door, wouldn't he? He'd say, you know, they usually give him what he
He'd have a
needs to
costume.
go through.
My sister. who's
Isn't
older
he
than
just a
me-
terrorist then?
Yeah, well, I guess. Well, my sister who's older than me gave me a Mr. Ben teddy bear for my birthday when I was about like 20 or something, and I didn't know who he was, and she was like, "You'll identify with him." And then obviously looked him up and was like, "Oh, okay, I get it." Because yeah, every few years I'm into something else and I'm something else. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, I fucking digress.
So yeah, we've summed it up. That's the Weird News episode, pod 2. I've been Ben, and I'm going to say, don't drink the Flavour Aid and don't join a cult.
I'm Gaz. I'm going to say good night and free Biff Tannen.
So, Mike, thanks for listening. Peace out. May the force be with you.
You remembered?
Hey.
Still haven't done anything though.
Good night.